ko de hita and some endorse and some endorse be Shannon so mami say ene the 11th of September 2024 na da bia me catch us o ko adwuma so ba bia wo ko bia no me ka sem ba ko de akire wo de ato bag wo de atu kotokum wo de atu kotodwem de okwa ko bia na be ba won kaye ama de wo ye bia wo ene motivational message ne be ba ye wi a ye ne ya doctor be kwa ko dim komo abisan se ne de no wo de maye ye wi a na face sports for so aba newspaper discussion be ba entertainment be ba na fe ye ballroom na fe enkomodi wo ho no ye ni nyina aba live on 2 TV enti na no pai me pese me hye nkuran na me ka asem ba ko de kire say abraba ye boyi empa bada ene motivational message am de ma na no pai o say a dream doesn't become a reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination and hard work. Me team should be o say a dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination and hard work. Calling power and a trace idea de my dem pesa me catch on na no pai say ade bia wo ye bia no a pesa kon kan no gere ho na ye e bia ne why wadwen say o pesa wo si dan why wadwen say o pesa o ya ade wi why wadwen so pesa o toka why wadwen so pesa o why wadwen so pesa wo ko school ni sa no ma no dem pesa me catch on na no pai say it can never happen in a magic form so what to ya o say e bia minya highlander meto now to na highlander na ba da bi e say o pass through the system, the roadmap, the programs, components, ne kakra into be sorry na utususu wo diskane bi sie na oye adwuma obrani atete wo komu nyina no wo be sie skane bi kakra then the goal you want to achieve, you achieve that goal. And me so bibia wo tie ni bia no wa bra ba wo bone no ma wo ya pese okon kan no enye magic no wetima duru ho enye magic no wetima akwakote ade na se be ye kakra you pass through all these kind of channels. O pass it through, it strengthens you. There be an kasa babona ye bono. There be an we make mistakes, we get challenges, we fight over it, then we go forward. And me so, and no one is out to na putupu adebia wo pebiano on site miaka. Into adebia wo pebiano just a bre now form ye now team fifre o young one adwen say there be commitment, dedication, perseverance. I'm working towards this. And I want to repeat it for you. I say a dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work. Into Jumaden obeye any say obekas my job to me say I'm remaining focused. There be am paying focus and be say insu obesanum no yen chen. So no matter the kind of issues that you are going through, never allow it to pull you back. Remain focused. You're resolute. Now we say ade na oye no when you break say okwanim. Determination, hard work, any say obreno. It will push you. Am ade na open no on say etimiaka. It's been about our me papa our me bibi our me nano pay. They may catch on and say, would you must walk, baby, I walk on, just remain focused. Just make sure say, I didn't walk aquano, oh, yeah, I in ye, I'm at the Oshibiano, on sa etini aka. Into nano pay, or write a friend calling power, do catch up no meaning and say, a dream doesn't become a reality through magic, it takes sweat, determination, and hard work. And nano pay. Me say Nyankopon shira the mount. Me say Nyankopon ho de the mount. Me say Nyankopon yokodudu e the mount. Said the okwa kwani ne bia no omwa na ene should be a bright day for you. What I saw him in live on 2 TV, we call the show the Dialogue Show. And medical culture say motivational message ni beba ye wi a ye be call doctor honi akwa akodi nkomo say ene e de no wo de maye o de ho nsem nya beba sports of one so beba ye no be di nkomo the future of Ghana sports e ho nsem te say ye de beba eno so achi no e be we other areas entertainment news showbiz na de na e koso ye de beba newspaper review ensem be na e koso medical culture say Nyankopon ya adoma enche na ye kwa akoto aba abato na ye kwa akoto no. What are the flag bearers and the party saying? The manifestos, about plans are about amount for number the promises and pledges that you are trying to make. Is it realistic? It is unrealistic. And I said there's a lot of inconsistencies or consistencies about it. These are the kind of issues that none of pay a brema who can't be room. Ye didn't come here, so say brand bomb, let's say be phone lines. Now, as I was bomb, now must do input to bar. You may be a phone lines, no. Now must do input to bar. Never be a item I come. There be a mecase. Do trust on him say the more no, Monam do input beba. Ama be a item I come. And so that's why I'm live on there too. The Dialogue Show. And no kwa piona fe doctor Eddie Nkomo. Na my bisa doctor say ene Agyei ena owo edemaye. And when it comes to health issues, Agyei ena doctor owo edemaye. And you better say benya doctor Amma Ampong Drabin Government Hospital na yene doc edin komo na ye bisa ne se ena no pai ede na ode maye abra ye ko yedwuma so abra ye ko akoye yedwuma abra ba bia ye ko bia no na ede yitim se dabi doctor se enye saade wi doctor se enye wi doctor se enye wi the kind of lifestyle that we are going to live today will have a replica effect on us if you don't take care. And we need the production team now, you're ready. Dr. Ama Ampong, Dr. Ama Ampong, you hear some na feminine doc, any incomo, na fe bibia entimi enkonkan. Live on Net 2 TV, we call the show the Dialogue Show. Marika catch us up from 7 a.m. It was 9:25 a.m. 2 hours 25 minutes. And I yet na seni edi incomo. O mining chechriye, said o mining bit me akonkan, one bit me nyafa papa. Now, you say that behind the scene to let's try to solve the challenges and the problems, and let's try to move forward. And to make us a show, your friend, a dialogue show, a conversation. Make my again cheba, also do again cheba. In a yedim komo, will be adding input to ba. And to us, we give you an opportunity for you to come on the show. Now, so do we input ba. Say the beya ye ku yenimi nyano. Na en satraye a echo show no so. Aye akono. And me rest production team meet me abam in 10 terms of cry. Na makwa PM Agyapong Government Hospital. Na mene Dr. Ama Ampom edin komo every Agyapong na oni edin komo am ye hu se de noma esiko o se ahene so encho ba be come sa na ye din komo na mabisa ne se Ghana football na 170 enche the Ghana Premier League match day 2 se na matches ni si ko manya ne ntie se na 2 TV omuyi games ni bi 170 na no ka kire se o hwe TV no na bia o hwe games ni bi a obetuma twa selfie na fe wo de asene se de be ya obana so o ye show na obetuma di hu komo de a kire se ebia Frank Kukra na ehwe show ehwe boy bi na watwa picture dia bayi then ebeboa ama ade na atimi aya akono enti no enche mekwa akopie mo Agyapong na afi yedi nkomo na yahwe se de no ma esiko edin nsesai Frank Owusu-Addo obetimi afra me Franco the hater metram ama menua ne din ede owa hene antwibo si akon maka chos enche owa be gina konwa enti we ebeka chos we interim and me take it over ede ama menua no enti enche mekwa akopie Agyapong Government Hospital na yene doctor Eddie Nkomone ahwe said the normal AC called live on Net 2 TV. And Mr. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Say show no started. Show no so start here. A fully packed. Showbiz. Bibia ewum ama bibia betimi aye akono. It was a production team no wo so nhoma no menim say no nso ne toy no network na aye BC basa dia Ghana dey nso nya toy ya na we say network no aye BC basa but the production team is working tirelessly. Say, yes, I bet me Dr. Ama Ampong. Man, so Agyapong Government Hospital. Ena me nua bai ewo. Doc, good morning.
Good morning.
Me gidi so ho ye.
Na me adomo me ho ye pa.
Ye da Kristo ase. Ena no pai ahwefo ne atiefo hwe wo. E de na ye doctor na no pai wo ka kire yen. Se yemfa nto ye kotoko ne ye bag im. Yemfa nko edwuma so na ye lifestyle no. Emfa nsusu aye papa emfa mre.
Pacho and then person me kasafa weight loss home.
Okay.
Me say doctor and person me so say. First of all, I will say you who say it take time as I will build the fat now I build no. It take time as I also bet say. And my fan say it to say ebia me start to say me check me diet. Now me exercise within 1 week, 2 weeks. I was me so say. There be oh yes sir. Emwa I was so the show to say we know a lifelong a process and a change of lifestyle and a journey you be on it for the rest of your life. And you know, adjustments non kakra or do a extreme was enemy did the whole day with a summer sote. Oh yes sir, what you mean sustaining? Who don't say I feel now I could dear Jania aburo sumpo. As I say, Boo or Crofamunya osa, because who did now you my crew. It's no Kakanka cry beer and ope bianca brodo no ubechaka kraka. But this time no Kesiana how de be out now what you too no way differ. As I say, Ebia vegetables no fruits and yadia outside. But this time not say dear, obey introduce a more now bit you know, take a crabia, not the vegetables no, I come home. Now the protein no so egu so obe won say o be hye wo ma na nsuo ne so wanom onom nsuo bebrai boa ma afi ye common no won tentem sa etika kan kakra na the exercise kan kakra ka ho within a period of from 6 months go you go say why ha kakan kakra o so te Oh, and say kakra so the bear we used to that new lifestyle. Now I adjust it. And yes, sir, we are not to say, oh, you're fast. This anya mana, which me adjust it. Obon say, also bet me at it by any job as I kakraka. And tell some of me walk on.
Oh, okay. Me no we crown obi to me cause said ye my kesi I want to on one man what timeline. Me person me did 2 weeks. Emma me sote. Nti nipa no benzo cover a lot of distance, no cover a lot of gymnast no. And also no, it means the timeline bit me to cause I want to achieve this particular target.
Pacho person say obi konum bibi so person so tia.
Yes.
Pacho no. Say nyama bebre wo ho herbal teas ahodo aba ene ade. The problem is say uno no sa nyama na e toxins. I think it may affect your liver and your kidney.
Okay.
Once a liver no choices be about umojanima once a be soneso a be ye fino. Now kidney so a be soneso. It's your liver no kidney juma be brace. I bet the time no a be go. It's no sad yaman no be brain. I am no. Manka ujai guho. Now yeah, so lifestyle ya making ya. I bet take it time, but you don't say as one pastor no. I bet time so as I say over half no be beer within a short time. Maybe I'll say, oh, Miss Watty. Na check now as I crack.
All right, dog, and I know better was say when you have funny chief wedding come on watch church the young fast so young boy bra na a bad health you beat me a conkai. The can say young couple shall have a wonderful day and may the good Lord be with you.
Amen.
All right. And to Dr. Amma Ampong, Graben Government Hospital, and I tell you, on Komo, on ye dim Komo Church in some at the Agyei. And you know, and to see here about Gina Kunya, na afe yedim Komo, Ediana Air Coso in the world of sports, and it's no money in a pursue. Now, young has said, what than be Sakwe, we moon such a forecast, your cast a forecaster. We are predicting, we are assuming, say, we are saying, and I then be quack, you know. Young say and send a word and be said a better UPF if you know so you can project and be proactive in the future because if you are UPA in so better if you UPA if you have a atadia ocean crown if you near Viana atadia ocean be and so never puntino entime wow entino young court na fe young conco here now young said the word and honsem AC etie. Okay, so what are no any dasono young quay so and Wednesday, and then Wednesday, and you said the regions in Bisiaco, regions, you know, you said the Bisiaco, said the regions in Bisiaco, you said the regions in Bisiaco. So upper west, and no, specifically, and 23 degrees Celsius. Said, and more moon said that yes, and also moon said that you be brisa. Afe young quay, northern region, the same 23, northern region, the same 23. Now just said, what than a yanisa. Bo ahafu, yes, 23 degrees Celsius, and a becoso, when I just say, you bet my Asante region 22, Asante region here, and cry metal party, say, a room ayunu, in Busone, petepete, kakaka, oko fate, coco fate, jaswa, kurum, so when you age him, I'm a ayunu, voter region is also 23, Sasuna greater Akana. Namia the minimum baby award but Medina had the Zongo dance yani she side already and so 8 me to a central region so the Abba so also and a western region so the Abba and to be a woman biano depending on your geographical hemisphere baby a wo biano Mr. Otiemi depending on your area say and I'm panyfo about what the moon say and entiasia or my atia say we see ako and Mr. Fatu Kotukum Fatu Kotu Jim said be a upia bontia you know how to dress. You'll be proactive enough, and the kind of things you should take along. I bet me about Ama would be at my pay the amount, and no, and the team, Mohe Wedanasono, or Mode Abba. The team, Madame Wasibi, Kofi, Osia Hene, Agyei, Nakunya, about Goody Moon Sama, or the Air Kofi,
Rampeni,
Bibiamo Cody, Nyamia Daruma, and as far as I know,
right, Samantha Simino, Nyamia Ma Wicked, the only game against Raja Casablanca, we know. CAF Champions League game no and a basso which is round number 2. Okay. The medical call camera ko yedwuma ntino. Nyame adma weekend no no against Raja Casablanca. Samantha picture number 1 on that production me na miyanko so Samantha sineda screen so ene omo Madina training now aswetem ne so ometwa so na nyame adoma on Sunday na game no miensa ewo Accra Sports ntiwe ene how some the team na prepare Barcelona team no finally I'm really Ghanaian players no which is the draw out fi Accra Lions so also Aziz Issa from Brussels India now officially and Barca team no really players and plus other players from the continent of Africa.
No, Ghana players are Ghana.
Ghana.
Then straight to FC Barcelona.
FC Barcelona B. Which is good news. And our official down with the chair say yes. More assign a place on our FC Barcelona. Which is good news. Your local league now your boy Ghana. Now. Ghana Premier League bent a match day 2 weekend day. All the listeners. So they want to say Legon City BFC Medium on Saturday. They on Sunday no Young Apostles versus Nations FC.
Okay.
But second only starts up against Blues FC. Become Chelsea and Kerala Bishia. Between United and the Stars. Has of Lions has the folk.
Yes.
These are against for match day 2.
Okay.
Ghana Premier. And I catch us say so we had 2 TV. Yeah, na we chat. A self of self watch game on the 2 TV.
Yes.
Na the line ba na watch that na on Monday ba na yet me that pictures no so ye the abre yet for now and na Egyptian king Mo Salah
yes
about the game number 100 at the ma Egypt national team and born June 15th 1992 in Tianra and Mo Salah born in match number 100 at the ma Egypt national team since 2011 and about that 100 game and was 78 goals at the ama Egypt national team no and that's now CAF organize coaching symposium.
Okay.
When we say you come more Africa tournament or Ivory Coast, when you say this year January, and see China and our CAF when we say so engage all the coaches no the continent of Africa.
National team coaches are
national team coaches sitting in as we speak now. Coach Nana Unauthorized Blasters coach. Abijana will take part of this symposium Ebaso. But it will be led by the winning coach, who is Abigo coach MS5 or Bridgman. Of course, yes, start the tournament, no. Ankoye,
yes,
na Assam coach. Yes, on take over. Not to make sure say obey you so tactics or maybe winning tournament no.
Yes.
I mean we are seeing now can to be a person a call fast to be winning that tournament no. Edema I will go 70 China a very interesting conversation about pen a continent no so Victor Osimhen yes we can be now or Nigeria or game Osimhen go
yes
now one of the fans decided say was say Otumi a designer some free be now represented to a Victor Osimhen. Enti number 6 million yes this Osimhen
so lovely,
yes
so lovely.
The point is they want to me allow even the fan crowd to
yes
around him
yes
something I was say your boy sportsmen and women about so
sometimes when it comes to club football
yes
national team football
yes
what me availing on what the man amount for Sadio money
yes it's true
Sadio
it's true
what me can support a crab back
yes
no the number man support and say bra me hotel
yes yeah friend
you nim come
yes it's ye more na baso ye more bit to see
Black Stars they team security crowd
said me the last appear stadium
yes
e catch there kudus ni jora say mo gba go nemba mo so ya na mu na ya mo sere mo ntina ye be support game nti ya mo sere na ade na ma nkoso right Hurricane enra also more the game number 100 at the 3 Lions of England at say born July 2018 it was just 1 year old one more almost about 100 games since 2015 also ball games national team no and born the game number 100 was say the 68 goals at the England national team no Memphis Depay and so Agyei team Croatians Brazil so 2028 into Memphis Depay so Agyei Croatians team. This is one of the players and also one of the boy Panama for Casellas Odia group and good is also at least what to Agyei a new club. Most Pochettino
yes
at US for now as new coach at the US national team.
Oh fine.
When we say the project and say Omabi will sue the work which is 2006 USA, Canada, Mexico.
Yes.
And as a passer on which we win the tournament and obviously we a coach and experience not very high because we coach Espanyol, Sarantin, Tazan PSG, Chelsea. In the results of experience, I would say, or when him in the years for now, I also say, or a new coach over here, not team, not to me, again, so. Now, United, it decides, they say, I'm about to spend almost about £2 million. At the renovation, I will theatre do so. I'm city, or maybe set up 100,000 seater capacity. Now, I'm just say, after completion, we have a feel of Barcelona for stadium, which is the Camp Nou. We have a feel of Tottenham Hotspur for stadium. We have a feel of Dortmund or more stadium. And the day I beg who are being a John one day to say, a complete something almost sitting out. Some people say, about spend almost about £2 million at the disagreement. Then see. Beto run the video man whatever video number 11 no na hour Jumedi no ebuso ekwaso je say what show senior say this is say theater of this United almost started say omo put up the person say they yana so to kwa to won you apa show senior say so kwa to
Ronaldo crowd complaining sometimes
yes it is yana hard this is a decision I take say due to that you know more be put up ultra modern yesterday na several purpose na official screen say new and news here so kwa which is good for a club like United. I think say
one of the biggest club in world football.
Of course they produce a lot of legends into Agyei. Right, we have a final story. LeBron James you say in terms of basketball there or the Ken I just say what jindi pa. It's better last picture now. Yes, LeBron James. Na ene also introducing a ba your friend no Bronny James. And I just know no dey call training match day the BLT on screen now na LeBron James na ba almost Franco. Osho James na ba na to say I saw me 20 cra.
Yes.
Almost say papa. Enti LeBron James no Franco,
yes sir.
No, you travel about the entire world. When you started Ghana, continental Africa, and you A to Z about sports. We are so women
now. Now, two Jame had my weekends again.
Yes, we can be a best surprise. Today I was say from Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. I was say we stay with a the 2 TV.
Okay.
Now you mau the EPL coverage, you know.
Game back when me shepane. The because one Wenchi.
Okay.
Say hona me fee.
Okay.
And the first time a Premier League club.
Yes.
Ever Wenchi no.
Okay.
Fee say
but second will stars.
That be near young
apostles. Okay. Some animal.
Yes.
Okay.
The one I yebeko.
Okay.
And the master question so oyen say na oye bi tra flight mame.
Yes.
Say me ko hwe me chrome team.
Important.
Say obo Ghana Premier League for the first time.
Okay.
I want to look at economic activities in the
yes, which is important.
Yes, very important. Yes. O say about wase. Say na no pai wo dey agudi mu nsama ba chechiri mama Ghana fo nyina enya ntiase. What I show me live on 2 TV. We record the show the dialogue show from 7 a.m. Ekosi 9:25 a.m. My beautiful Nwala Asante at the entertainment news no at the air brain. Na ohia ne ho ayefe yi pa. Nwala, good morning.
Good morning, Franco.
Bibia boko die.
Nyame adom bibia boko.
Ene de na wo ho.
And a few stories.
Okay.
Be international, be see local.
Oh, okay. Okay, intimate asia wo de be fa fie kakra.
Yes.
Na de afa mo ne kakra.
Yes.
Atie for na hwefo ti yenko.
All right. Thank you very much, Franco. Good morning. Welcome once again to entertainment segment on The Dialogue. My name is Nola Sante, and let's quickly get into the news. Kofi Kinata celebrates as Otumfuo Osei II referenced a part of his Susukan lyrics in his speech at the just ended Ghana Bar Association conference, stating the fact that our judiciary may not be perfect, but he can concede to the fact that some countries look up to Ghana. So in his speech, he said, there's a part where he said, sometimes listen to the wisdom of some of our musicians, reflecting on Kofi Kinata's Obi Nyawaye, which sent the room in a frenzy. Now, Kofi Kinata on his part posted that snippet of the speech on his Instagram page with the caption, Auntie May, Auntie Amma. I'm pretty sure that's that's his mother. Auntie Agyei, I have made it. Now, since Otumfuo is mentioning your name on a national platform, I mean, who wouldn't love that? He said, Auntie Agyei, I have made it with the hashtag Kofi, which is the title of his new EP, which is out on all music platforms. Now, let's go learn some more wisdom from Kofi Kinata. Quickly onto our next story. Then Medical, very own Medical, the too risky hit maker, has been making a trend list for some time now. I mean, I think 3 days ago or something. Yeah, since yesterday or 3 days ago, for 2 reasons. Well, one is a good thing and one is not so good. So let's quickly look at the not so good one. Well, apparently, Shatta Wale promised to help Funny Face, yes, Funny Face, uplift his career. We all know what's going on right now. He has posted quite some fronting videos online. So Shatta Wale promised to help him uplift his career, and apparently he has failed to do so. It has rendered him angry, frustrated, and betrayed. And as a result, recording and posting affronting videos online directed at him, that's directed at Shatta Wale. And since he's best friends with Medical, well, let's just say he caught stray bullets. But he also alleges that Medical had an affair with his baby mama, or should I say his ex-wife, and has threatened to kill him and blame it on mental issues. But Medical responded in a tweet saying someone should tell Funny Face that he had nothing to do with his allegation. And even if he did, he should thank God. That is the not so good one. Now let's quickly go to the good one. Medical is set to release his EP, that is the Healing EP, on the 14th of September. Now that's some good news right there, and that is some new music. We can't wait for some new. I think music always does something better for us. Music is always good. So let's wait for 14th of September for some new music from Medical. Let's go to America. Unfortunately, sad news reaching us that James L. Jones has died at 93 years old. He is a veteran Hollywood actor. His name might not ring a bell, but you might know him as the King of Zamunda in the movie Coming to America. Yes, Coming to America, where he was the king. He was the king of Zamunda and the father of Eddie Murphy. He also played Mufasa in The Lion King and Darth Vader in the Star Wars and several other movies. He died on Monday surrounded by his family and friends. Now, the cause of death has not yet been stated, but we sure have lost a legend and a voice to some of the most remarkable characters we've known in cinema history. Finally, Beyonce, the Queen Bee, has acknowledged some few female songwriters and artists in a recent interview with GQ. She mentioned a few female artists she's been listening to and very much enjoy. In the interview, she said, "I love and respect all the female artists, singers, songwriters who are out right now. Ray, Victoria Monet, Sasha Keeble, Chloe Halle, and Renee Rapp. I love Ducci and Glorilla, and I just heard that Mexican OT. He's from Houston. He goes hard. I really like Please, Please, Please. I don't know if you've heard that song. It's been trending on TikTok for a very long time. Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter. And I think that these Sacred Souls and Chappelle Roan are talented and interesting." He also said, "And I'm obsessed with my backseat baby. I'm a smiler." Now, don't you love how Beyonce supports and doesn't feel threatened by the new girls in the game? Like, this is her field. This is what she does. She's been in the game for quite a long time, but she is supportive and she acknowledges the new. She doesn't feel threatened, unlike some people we know. It is very uncommon to see, especially in our region, to see the older ones supporting the new arts. So this is something that we will commend the Queen Bee That is why she will always be the queen. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Entertainment Segment on The Dialogue. My name is Nola Sante. I'll be back tomorrow with more news.
All right, Nola better was say nano pay entertainment news showbiz no dear room no church and no my koso if you could pay more man what can you now boom what church mudi actually and Janko Pine watch now your best same time. You are still watching me live on a dialogue show from 7 a.m. to 9:25 a.m. and we call this The Dialogue. Madika Culture say it's a fully packed show. Newspaper review and eba. Na my sister Abna Kwekuma and eba bejina kunya. Na what you try muini na what you know too busy, extremely busy. On the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana and also the flag bearer for the new Patriotic Party. And nam enti o big woman pa abna bibi aboko de
nyame adom ne na humo bronti mi wo ho
ye da nyame asel
so ho ye
nyame adom me ba mi hu me bisa bi abna nam ha
esi wo fo do so do ni nyina
we ni nyina di free o
Kencity fo adaroma na ma cover Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for some years now. So I drew the peak of the campaign.
Yes.
Omono yen regions.
Regions.
There.
Okay.
Near omo yen say omo do region bia they use the regional media.
Oh, okay. And the advantage of mobile Ashanti region.
Ashanti region na no omo Ashanti region na Richard Mensa.
Okay.
Okay. Region bia sa no omo yen no.
Okay.
Enti yen na do Greater Accra na che say enso adwuma ba.
Oh, okay.
Elunti na wo me.
All right. Bambe 2 minutes but off afache mo na nam environment need to say from a journalist point of view.
Sure.
How do you see it?
On say Greater Accra no, most people the political watchers say it's difficult for MPP.
Yes.
And until say you call some of the constituencies, but I have had a different view.
Really?
Yes, because Obibeka says so far constituencies are tilted at NPP. That is true, but Obomudomiabra is purely NDC.
Okay.
Since time I just say to NPP winning is seat in it. But enipa mimi ko hu ye ewo Obomudomiabra no. Mami different view of the Greater Accra region.
Okay.
Greater Accra region no enye easy ma NPP, but enye to send na ye hu no.
Say na man for any say e work ABC basa and
Debbie. Because yes, some of the days, ebi wo hono Monday morning, Monday morning, Accra ha obi ani adaje. The oko bobulushi oko, the oko kaneshi jomoko. But Monday morning at Kokompe.
Yes.
Na omanfo abebo dompem wana Malam market. Na omanfo abebo dompem obi share Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia stakeholders asofo ahemfo imams omo nyina betwa hie betie nsem a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ka no. I can tell you, sir, it is not that bad for the MPP in the Greater Accra region.
It is possible.
It is possible.
It is extremely possible.
It is possible.
It is possible.
It is possible.
You run newspapers, man. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Mamifa Daily Graphic and Chassis. Daily Graphic, the Bokrata no, and or the Abbas, so we name Mammy Zuera. I say, your chrome the one told was on to me most any. Mammy Agyei Laraba Zuera Abudu, Wale MP.
And one something to say.
And now I was say I failed your contest no could be.
Why we draw? Or my reasons? Yes,
also for the unity and peace of the party in Wale into Uncle Sana meneka. And na entry be some say no shani ashano so meka na.
I wanted to ask.
I know the no betumi actually. But then from what I saw me or your press conference.
Yes.
After the statement I'll copy to the general secretary. Or sign a press conference. I can say no opese asumdue ene nkabom eba wale. Enti aba no onko bi.
Ono mo withdraw no. Are you also thinking about the followers ana?
That is the issue. Say ono de obeka se ma withdraw me nko bi, but omo di na chi no very important. And then no maybe omo your press conference the room was packed with Neso. Really? She is the incumbent MP.
The meaning say of
Of course, MP may say constituency be or honor more. Okwa former MP or influence.
Yes.
Or no, what did the time maybe crack or retirement or influence not or no our teakunyaso. And the influence will be pa. It is up to the NPP party to massage issues. More munyan and yen.
So we should be too complex, Dodo.
Aye,
I'm not running also.
My dear also.
Or can I say, we are no, oh, we are going to smoke peace pipe. I bet never be just have a boom buying up as
it has been back and forth, which is not good for them. Election when I yakono a year seat a parliamentary seat election yakono. So on sapa our parliamentary seat in one was from NT MPP for me, I know they know say near what's what we be on the berry tennis seat. What's what we
yes.
Because mamma no na chita for no almost on baby.
Yes.
On baby. But on no babontin say on ye be on it is up to her so be catch almost say they say no min ko be na munyi na mo support MPP. But some be support no so another issue.
So this kind of elections are you abna the NPP wants to break the 8. The NDC want to delay the 8.
They want to stage a comeback.
Yeah, what I say. Yeah. The NPP wants to break it. The NDC want to delay it. Boame. Oh, why na bibia be boom? You say nkoko bibia si. Oh, why na bibia be boom? As a journalist, how do you see it?
Me when say normal.
Okay.
Yeah. Ye koto abana se sa niema we want to kra na say na you for be any abana ho. Normal. But how to manage it properly no? And then an issue. And say BBS on say Enra General Secretary here press conference no say independent candidates no money on Bekasa and all that. The time is limited.
Just for close by 2 months.
Friday and 2 months nimpo. Friday Electoral Commission for 2 omupuno mo ayatum.
Friday when they close it.
Yes. Yeah. Enti se wale die maami a nyadom e na wan ka se wa redraw e na yesi esan koya abane fufura e bi o mbewie no na ya close na MPP for ntumi amfali candidate wo enti so mu wo bibi ya this is the time wo so mu yenye wale wonko ba bia mu issues.
Yes.
They should solve it ASAP
as soon as possible.
Yes. Enya sa omo na be kwatia omo. And I know they will work on that. And see, my many the news no. NDC for Nyame Adma September 17th, almost year demonstration across Ghana. And the daily graphic is so dear. But now, say already say doing Ketiana Beckham assassin. But say I can say, Mahama, Kanima Penny Mahama, or no so I endorse. Why endorse so sad the mono say, NDC for do 17th no. Maybe I will be found in this show. Watch my kwangoma, watch Mamponia, Wale, Mpoho. So NDC at Adeneko EC office hall.
As the leader of the party, don't say that today.
Yes. Okano was some partner.
NDC for some reasons they are having issues with the
almost say there are irregularities. I will register anymore. Somebody are quite about to be as I won't say politics are interesting. 2016.
Yes.
So and then MPP for Anka. MPP for Kan NDC for so
yes.
BBN.
Yes.
Munya Electoral Commission on yen adwuma. On say na table ni 10 year no. Almost hear the same thing. Sa na yakotwa ba bia wo moye.
Why say party ni wo power. Always ade bia electoral commission ni beka bia no. They are in bed with the party electoral commission. But opposition for no. Opa mamumfa roadmap papa say mra. They bentia.
Ni nyina no your preparation of minds. Omo prepare omo followers no adwene. Sa na tie. But me no make can say these things no eya na eye for our democracy because eno na aboa ma yetumi reform your electoral process no abedu ene. MPP for mu oppositioner and some omo ka e wo electoral process ni hu nyina ye gituma ye de ye adwuma. Ene na aboa ma ene ye Ghana ye aman bebre ye envious of us.
Yes.
What you say enti no omo ya eye say electoral commission for no omo ewo enema bia enkoye wo register ni mu a they should set up ye nyina ye pay free fair and transparent election.
Yes.
Enti say NDC for na some omo kan ewo mu a they should sit up and do it. But now no me Monday now me call electoral commission. Me beside say so far no omo processes are dey koto aba no.
Yes.
Etesen. And in fact electoral commission for say pay omo any omodwuma omaye de omo betumi asinipi say a feeling can wo be any.
It's true and fair.
Yes. To up to now I can say. But there opposition for the omo benya bibi aka. but sɛ nea ɔmo ka no ɛwom sɛ irregularities bi wɔ register no ho a ɛbɛtumi de pinche aba they should work on it na yɛn nyinaa yɛnya free and fair.
Mami misa we na fi on wrap paper na me bi. Do you feel and think say this roadmap by the NDC ɔmo demonstration and say anko mbɛhyia EC for no manya dialogue not the kind of problems that they are facing and challenges on be solve no enumi no de hepa na nka papa
de papa no ene senka EC and NDC for no EC for no betena se. And mind you, NDC is some quiet park. Don't they go? They go.
I'm sorry, come no imagine if easy for them. I don't think
they be Omoka they be but I don't want to believe that. And until the electoral commission or money political parties no and aba yekwe political party be ama one of money go jajada ada hwan enti say enkomo ni omo tena ase na say enkomo sorte out but opposition party ne waka kire so obeye no he wo pa ni nsi nkonwa sei obeye na nya nwanwa me sa ne ma we na nya nwanwa
mate
oh nya nwanwa ye hu bebre.
All right, you call the new crusading guy and
all
right, the new crusading guy my who Dr. Mahmoud Bamian Fonyini wa ha sa so and my home minister for information so Fonyini wa ha honorable George ewa ha sa so na Dr. Mahmoud Bamian ewa ha and I hear criteria the new crusading guy Wednesday 11 September 2024 development economics verdict on NPP policy document. Baumia's manifesto drives economic growth, simplifies tax system. And Dr. Mahmoud Bamian, media capacity enhancement program underway at UNIMAC. Information minister charges practitioners to be honest, honesty and dedication to truth. Also, acquiring party card made easier as NPP launches new vending system. It's NPP for the system be back. And you have now party card. LED policy led policy to empower and create jobs to boost Ghana's growth. We Minister Siam Agyapong leads Jospon Group in strengthening China-African relations at Beijing. And now they were encouraged so
okay, daily guidance to DNA. NPP's road infrastructure feet unmatched as in Boakye. 4 arrested over Oyarefa violent attack. Mahama incites NDC against EC. Minister launches revised LED policy. Kwabena Jr. files parliamentary forms. Larry Bazurera withdraws from NPP Wale primary. Stories na Canada in our way. And I know Basabasa yebi koso ewa Madina constituency ha. Emma parliamentary candidate no.
Robert Lamte.
Yes, ne guard back on omo etwa na sika.
Adai. Reason here dey.
Asem as a see America sen homo festival no yenuanom kanfo ni die.
Yes.
Ena owura Robert Lamte course wakwakoye donation. Donation ni mu no ena obi nim baby a saa enkrofo ye ombeto share wo so. In fact, not the target was the candidate. Ena ne bodyguards ne baako. Ede ne hoji. You see?
Yes, loyalty.
Yeah, omo ya ade.
Omo ya ade, adwuma na edin o.
Edin enough. Omo ya ade. In fact, in some pictures are uncle body to platform.
No, it's so bad. It's so bad. So
yeah,
bad.
but thankfully, police is watching it for over that attack.
What would be the room? Me said auntie, I said, Abna and then Yamia Wadom, Minia Bay, Yamia should say Tamoso Kwakope MPD. Never say be I will say or more year festival be and you walk. I walk a chom no mana akwasi said you see some way. No one fan so bodyguard, Utiane Kakama, Mako Pimo, na obisi opeso or hamil. I said you order that anasa day.
O dream who I want to say. O dream who I want to say, but Sanya Manema way no more yes show Mukutupa, more yes Sanya way. It's about time they will advise themselves.
Oh, I've been over to for saying they are not
yo. They say no, oh, Quanipan or Suma on Yaduko to more or baby. Unkwana abe konsa wemho. But minim the air na yedi show mutri mo yesa. Media nyama bi wo wa wunyame o.
So no. Obe catch us o ye elect. O ye intellectual. What could
sir.
Then na wo ye no. You know the replica effect beba. Tadi bi wa wo. Obi wo ha ma na 100 Ghana. So onye ntone ma me kro beja tone ma me.
And we have a long way to go.
Not just a long way, extremely long way to go.
Na oro ko Jafari ja what in kanje.
Hey. You no.
Sir.
So e bono ni.
We e bono ni.
Yes, me free wanchi.
Oh, and say you free fie.
Me free buzi akuru.
Oh, nice. Na on na ka say. or say electoral officers, or more returning officers, polling station wine, or more Buama ye about woman, yen charge you for treason. Charge electoral officers who rig polls for treason.
That's what can do.
And what do pa now electoral officers want to me we are more Ghana?
That is another question.
Yeah, Ghana, yes, you say, yeah, the trouble will be to be a
I say, be saying.
Yeah.
In every system, people have a nice way to do 1 or 2 fishy deals.
Yeah.
And you be saying, if selections in your more, but I didn't know what the court, I'm the court to say.
Well,
now, me what I say.
Yeah.
Because if you look at election petition 22 offer, from where I sit, and instead of me sitting on myself, I thought Nanke says and Kotwa Banibi. If you listen to how the judges was communicating, so there are some coordinating you 5-4-4-3, whereby it's a serious. You look at the magnitude of the matter.
Exactly.
Then it tells you say, and that I'm judges and lawyers are be wolf films Adabi. No maybe Nkuyi. That the end of the new patriotic party ahead of 2016 election.
Exactly.
Tinana make say, if you look at election 2020, the NDC told us say, Abano Mariam. Okay.
Yeah.
NDC forecast say there should be a stampede at electoral commission office. They are telling their supporters to go there.
Yeah.
Now one do more quite for bay. And I said, Dunkatia Peso by the chairman of the party. In all catcher, you say, time I to Abano Query, our resource started say airban. When 5 regions came, their system crashed. And I was a software, I crashed it.
Oh, no, wouldn't be
a crashing year, They didn't know the kind of figures. Not airban. And from you know, you almost say, almost assume say, Abani Yem, and on my day documents now coach Chuchikata. And I Chuchikata almost say, we are no party, was a service, Uncle Sanoma, mean actually. And they talked to him and he came into the picture. Maybe and say MPP for demonstration, and this for demonstration, person. Maybe emphasize.
So be any so, and I'll make catch it.
Build your system.
Exactly.
Have robust software. Be due diligent going for this kind of election.
Yeah.
Don't put your support. There be some of the supporters now be agro and I say and yes, I know.
And not now you're a supporter of any political party. Also more.
Thank you.
Because where's NDC for no all these years no mind games no money or more supporters in the bowl.
What you mean ba? This election day, say NDC and Wenia, the results be no major to me.
This almost 1 million.
Almost say.
I did a first better.
Tell us they should build a robust system. Once election, you're trying to now lose. No one can lose. You don't have any problem.
Exactly.
But at the back, when say, Omeji incited their supporters, and their supporters will fight against it. Mekai, there be an example. Me so call a Côte d'Ivoire in 2010. Laurent Gbagbo, Ona Ouattara, no more Chadwa Mumaso.
Yeah.
Over 500 people in the year. And then they sit and eat and die and wine together. Ask yourself. 500 people no move here no.
Yeah. And see, I was a support a political party when he down. Now who can I be first so I will support a political party because one political party no man to me and your system see and quality results. A whole political party. I'll be so better than want to me and quality results.
You are not serious.
You are not serious.
Your primary responsibility, you couldn't achieve it.
Exactly.
Primary responsibility, you couldn't achieve it.
Yeah. Until Ebasana Yanya day. Bibi the why be daily guide no.
Okay. You call the Daily Statesman. My home Agyapong for you ha. Agyapong NPP needs a united front. My home say what can one Minister for Information my Canadian wa ha. So and a government say 15 trillion cedis judgment debts. Hey. Me imagine you. 15 trillion. Enyasem getwa. Asense Boakye tells government record in rules NPP. Okay, and this one we say abena aka wansem. More jobs in the offing. Government launches new policy to empower local economies. We Agyei Mensa Kosa on Sonedia or the Aba.
The Ghanaian Times sent a message to us at local government decentralization and rural development initiative. Greater Accra Regional Minister fumes at 29 MMDCs, queries them over failure to attend local economic development launch. Nano more Ghana there. Galamsemes pressure mounts on government to combat illegal mining as Asantehene UTAG GBA add voice for prompt action. Third cohort media capacity enhancement program begins in Accra. MHA records 83 suicide deaths, 543 attempted cases half year. Hey, omunya abochiro nko for da so a attempt suicide onya abochiro why bibi how ani obi nka ho ase
it depends abana nkasa
say we make can say
individual differences wa some ebe how no
of course
individual differences e bia na ya ba adwuma yi e bia me abana kura nya problem e bia camera no so make kan bi dia kire wo it can a bit me away to a point to say the whole week you kura wo ma adwuma and here it also bring a certain kind of friction between you and me obi so ho a wo kana se mo nipa mo kana se mo nipa mo a emfa no. But the issue is, let's look at the Nipani situation. Yes, oh, Franco Gani Abana, oh, Abana so a giant, so quite could say, hey, oh, the Opa, say, but when you know, you understand the process.
It's not easy. And Kofobi or Honomoa emotionally, no, or more very weak.
Yes.
And no Nayana Emma or Mutuana more. But Bibia Muno. In everything, be a how one. Maybe I'm coming when it's only will be cha.
Yes.
A bebwa.
It depends on the person you're discussing the matter.
I don't show you as a channel that one.
I say, I can't say, I'm a diamond, one by me banana, more that the moon artist, and I say, Franco, I say, Franco, I say, Franco, it will be a while. On Julia.
But suicide is today is not an option.
And no optional, but sometimes people are being weighed out. Or you're here.
Yo.
Yango. Suicide and start your Bible must Judas. The Chronicle. Now I sorry, Chronicle, I say John minister for information a cocaine hard hit by Galamsey. What's also the Omasam JJ. I do him files to contest in Bosum seats again. I do him the same minister will be a contest and a problem. NPP decentralized issuance of party cars calls for vendors. Now and also and pay. And the newspapers no ye wie no no ba woko no ye ba beto aba me pese obehwe camera no na wotu amanfofo na waka kire de woda wakoma so abato ayekoyi edien ye nhwe se de beya entokwa ene no ma basa bia emma.
Okay, the woman say abato na ayeko no it is not a do or die affair. Abato de draw him.
Yes,
it is either you win or you lose.
Draw na run off no.
Run off. No, what about me a friend a draw?
But penalties, no.
Run off.
Yes,
but I fear about one run off will be a man.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
And see, there was a way they said, we are a nipa, while register, what do you work cratter anymore? Run up. No akwa to aba. It's electoral commission for Kradaroma. Polling station on what Chimaya and Ketin. And say nipa bebre crank or bob dumpem e polling station back.
Okay.
Okoya no wato. Now call baby.
Yes.
Mema obi and show kutupa. Then konkoya basabasa. Say nipa no se kokoya sa no. At the end of the day, yeah, okaka yonka yon do akonsa wo mo. Oni ho.
Yeah. Kaka yonka.
Okay. Oh yeah, you sa de wakwa. Oni ho. Odni ne yire ne ma wo mu didi.
Okay.
Ono kra de ebia na nyame ya na do ma wo passport wo ni bi. O de wa na o Ghana card, wo ni visa. Enti wo ni ba bi a wo be ko Ghana no ane ye man. Enti se wo ye youth a bo modin se obebo ho modin na wa famu di a wo be ye se wo be ko akoto aba somdue mu ye be bogba wa betie bi. Na kona koda.
Kona ko pe oba bi da.
Ko pe oba bi da. Na ye nko ye be se stakeholders o mu wo mu se obi anya na famu die na aba no enya somdue.
Abna ena no pai Ghana man ebeda wase na tu atiefo ne ahwefo nyina beda wase se na no pai nsema ye koso nkrata no nyina wo de aba na wa kyerɛkyerɛ mu ede akyerɛ. Have a wonderful day. Minim so ko radio so nyankopon ka ho na de obeka bia no emfa nhyira emre oman Ghana. Enti yenua ba abna kwa ekuma ena otene nkase newspaper no ye de ebro medical culture today is going to be an interactive show. We are going to talk to a technocrat nipa ba ko a wa bin yie pa nyese wa bin keke wa bin ye papa enti ye ne Kwabena Agyei Boakye ne ba betwetwe nkomo ba before so beba no producer say yemfa be to course bi na afa yenti de amanfo so eka na papa yi ene me probu ni ye pa aduma nyame de ache no se ni di nkomo ni ye se be o man Ghana stop na ye person sa che say it me ba aduma ye kwan ben so na discipline betimi aba so ene sa no mani nyina no we are going to deal with it. We go deep and deeper into it. Ghana ha eno bi bia adwuma onfo bia ho. It doesn't take about the welfare of the workers or new monitoring or new evaluation or new assessment. We cry well be catch us make rampo be minimum balance sheet or new profit and loss account. Today we are going to engage him. Aduma Nyamedi Adum, he's going to bring out his input and we are going to discuss a lot. And the catcher we are now so country me say ene Kwabena Agyei Boakye and aba betwetwe nkomo. Monitor and evaluation expert. We are going to deal with it. Mefa be 2 or 3 calls be then I come to my guest 0240 550 299 0240 550 299. What's wait my so yes, hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Within is an akasa free.
Pacho me kasa free Pukwase, a friend could be a boy.
Okay, young quay.
Pacho, I did keep way behind you because Ghana no election no. Make 2020 election. Near me who buy party for no to become.
Yes.
Because the Kai pass Abani a kind of police station. They are kind of will be our funny figures. They are cocolati. Now say, party, Ube, catch it, or Crawford say, Monco police station, collation center. Now say, Moko also not bump or four so or number percent more Russia. And when the deal will only buy,
yes,
and on the buy. And the Yama party for no who said, "You were one more a year Juma." And yet, there will be Pia, won't mean Cassette, who supporters or our break one name, see me or our so mount. Because the police need now, and also the legion hall. Our guy be a bay. Now, support our person would force to cover our mouth.
Yes.
The human and not the wound buy it. In this wood, I don't know some penny for no more piano supporters. The young watches one. Normally, Obina Kum. One amount put to pass one. Now, police near Nassau Jenny, or on you know how the best say, I don't know more yet. And to one Miss Lemoine and penny for no one should be being counted.
All right. The point well noted 0240 229. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
But your family, I was saying to the every Taifa.
Yeah, uncle.
You, Munya, as I am because of my friendship, more than Koma, that being in a lawyer, Michael Quay Jr. Don't Kwabena PCR, MPP for the NECO. Opening Russia and Shaya, Michael Quay Jr., you go Kwemu, any campaign, 1 year, house to house, any Nema, constituency executives, any party managing a China. If you say, don't come in any maintain city, no. Now you have to abandon boom, 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 Ama, Makoko Junior. Now you start to boom, 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 Ama, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Now MPP, Afanatuma Prefra, they are going. I'm opening here. Expert the Jordan Mahama. I am now at times, no way, Mama. I say, Russia and Sama, or catching a moon for. I say, easy, I say, no way inciting your microphone against easy. And your clarification said, Don Mahaman, when you say, let you know. When you say, want to meet Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and compete in any way. Into the air, so many others say, oh, can't so much home go for me. I say, I easy, easy, will be radio, it's a October, yes, or more use of you. Or I say, I say, it's no reaction. Company here, name a pre agent, or to say, don't come in. You're true about you, you see, you push seat and found call when every foreign country so seat. And so make media effort when they call me peace fear, I'm a peace so effort when they call MPP Coalition Center. It is a problem here, but you see, you pay results now. MPP, you say, you're coordinating pieces, I'm not boy, and I'm what. It is a what you indicate you go for, what to indicate about how you win the election. Now, and I say, Muko treachery, no more sign, no more. Again, the HSA, no one does it, and so we can tell you all this time. When we need any say, evidence be able to use that about Mumu. All I say, it's any for the one so well, only to me MPP compete this time. And my papa is a good one, why yet? We should my papa is a good one, why yet? And when the gun for year questions are trouble. We have got to John Doman Mama, free sessions and all.
All right. Point well noted 0240 550 Medical culture say many Kwabena Agyei Boakye and a babe chichim kumui development management expert. Wabin yipa, wabin guta. Janedi me pini munsu nyina. Good morning. Good morning. 0240-550-899. 0240-550-899. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
That's all. On my FM.
Yes, sir. Hi, and two.
The person contribute to
you.
Me person me say. To see offense senior and your man question. I say a man for kasa kasa galamse. Na galamse nso mo na do bravo etu man na offense opposition for nso nam suma se na o so kasa omuntu no o ba omo bema omo atu enti se sa na tie dia obi obeka sa asem no ate se omo hwe na omo ni dili ebi se kokubu ahini sa friend saying doctor wan atumi ko kasa omo se na ekosuria and then se omo tu hwana mo na enti sa dia na ko se na MPP ye nyina no omo hu se na friend attorney general ndo a okeka so many cases a omo gusi and so the NDC for ya no kata na omo ya no so to omo mo dia no form 90 from kakra mpesa mkan.
All right, Mr. Meda say 0240-550-899. Obi abaswa na. Oh, okay. 0240-550-899. Enche mene me boss ba be di nkomo na afi ahwe. Enti mo amwo me Ghana ha ba bia betumi text message about tie segment we is enya political. We are going to talk about first about chiro man no. I'm not ma konkan. Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Udini sana akasa free.
Because you were from the room, because of the document.
Yeah, I'm quite.
The American say, let them empty phone. Let's slip pop. So you might jam and akufo-addo. Anybody have a yama. Ma, you told nothing. Empty phone, one year propaganda say, one bit in the I said, see, I'm going to have to go back park, so the issue baby and so many. And she said, you go back to paper, there's a woman who wants to make a say, see the coffee. The shepherd will just take Media, I feel you know. Don't pay no matter to number. Mr. Akufo-addo, Dr. Boakye, Rabbi Trosso. It didn't make a sense. I think you're going to be able to be a number. Let Brazil or Metal number.
All right, I mean, so let me pick the final call. Now, main kind messages kakra about YouTube. I'm for where one on it. It is an opportunity because Nipano and fire one check cry. Okay, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, good evening. Good morning.
If I told you this, I can say free. Yes, me too can. Me patcho we did this all can say free. As a lines, you know, lines more. Me for the final caller, then I come back into the studios of Net 2. We call the show the Dialogue Show. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Person comment you.
You didn't say now because I free him a patcho. Hello?
Person hello, good morning.
Morning. We didn't say me patcho because I free him.
People can see. Agyei.
Young quay.
Person me can your mama de ni mama. Mama pa say onamo ye campaign ya mi hu a mama. The be mi ya say mi think na me share papa we are no asan we ni pa e be mi ya papa. Be mi ya pa say o ni ya tu na je so o san paper mama. Be na we cha na me ka say you. Hello?
Mitio pa. All right. My trust a point well noted. Now, me call YouTube. The Wise Dove Tour or say good job, bro, from SK Japan. Winning Agyapong or some morning, my children. How are you doing today? Hope all is well by the grace. Welcome, Franco. Thank you for motivational words. Keep the good works. Kencity no side. Obviously, say Mahama to incite the NDC people against the EC is a clear indication that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia already knows that he cannot win over Mahama already knows that he cannot win over DMB. My regards to lawyer Aaron Michael Kwabena Jr., A.K. Gabo, the incoming MP. And the message is Kencity Media about live on A2 TV. We call the show the Dialogue Show from 7 a.m. to 9:25 a.m. Mene Kwabena Agyei Boakye and Eba Between Komo. Ana, good morning.
Morning.
Bibi aboko die.
Nyamiadum.
Ohwan efe pa.
Das.
Se akasa Kwabena Agyei Boakye on hwan.
Okay, Kwabena Agyei Boakye Ghana ni abranche. Nyamiadum. Nyame ebie kwan ama me nso menye dwumadi chefa.
Okay.
Development dwumadi mo. Me shares dwumadi na with NGO. Yes, so I made my hands dirty.
Okay.
Say yeah dwuma ekunkurase akoye dwuma kasa. Because me free abuchiri by.
Okay.
Nyamiadum me ye masters for tech me scholarship course suade wo University of Antwerp Institute of Development Policy and Management. International specifically no me focus on monitoring and evaluation.
Na what was obi ha wo hwe. O se pese me fa papa ise role model.
Yes.
Na papa wo ko school bi so wo ha wo hwe was enya Kwabena no ko school ha na tie ni. And afedi so we are going to start.
Okay.
Kwabena call ni saying o ko school wo he o wie wo he to aso ko he.
Enwanwan. Kwabena ko secondary school Aguna SDA.
Oh, Aguna.
Interestingly.
Oh, fine.
And I see I'm ranting about be complaining say ban you say we you say mama. Masa, you day student from form 1 to form 5.
Day student.
Ko school babes ni ko fum. And so but near where this wadi hun.
Okay.
Say you per say CE. Enti after Aguna SDA no. Me koye me A level workers college.
Okay. Okay.
And also day student. Yes, say it's only investing in time I'm going to school mu see that one.
Unya that feel.
Until me free A levels no workers college na me call KNUST. Sabene UST.
Oh, okay.
To me a conti.
Oh, that.
My room number different 304.
Oh, okay.
Ti yebre so bi na water bi na visa ni ye business on your turn rice for. My roommate got to no alingo. Ojam business eboa me.
Okay.
It me free tech no after first degree we start a master's degree in economics. Inti me year course work ni we mo na me scholarship. Na dwumadi bi aba no person wo developing countries wo bi a no development evaluation and management.
Okay.
Into a friend free developing countries nyina kan wo mbom University of Antwerp school a friend Institute of Policy Development and Management.
Okay.
Many Ghana ni otoso me no me call. Na me buy no small boa Ghana fo bebre mo ko hobi. Fi say no say e boa pa. Enti e ho na me ko wie e wom say chi Masako school Harvard de. But no ye chiri asep. Enti e ho na me wie me ye say me yeah PhD Gimpa, but it's not 1 or 2 issues. Never me jai. I needed to do a few surgeries. It's never me jai.
Oh, okay.
Auntie, me no.
Oh no.
But the other professional courses are yeah.
Oh, okay.
Academically, maybe I made the bidro.
For professional courses in the Kahuma. Not the all who say no. And I'm not technocrat by the income.
Me free hobai no. It's answer na many Jones may monthly evaluation. Now, one thing I'm going to say on monthly evaluation, no, the people almost yan or quem. Into your course, theory, no. Yes, monitor, but only the charges want tears here, papa.
Practically, no.
Yes, if you say a project biased, say what the project management has say. Now ye MNE no, what you say. It's now say in your course being project management, any people management, a whole lot of things. You know, one thing I mean, feed that. Your farmer, you may be your friend Africa Capacity Building Foundation. World Bank in 1991, your migrants are one per Africans are being pa. Now, more do more account no matter Juma and Tikabroni in Frabuchi imagery for economic management. It was such a Jumano of Frasio, Zimbabwe. In fact, the first executive secretary, Dr. From Ponso from Ghana, and me no me call actually, but now a caliber of experienced Africans and never. Now me call me two, me boss no a former Vice President of the World Bank, your friend Dr. Franny Lotier. Okay. Now, first course for me, your friend of working with respect.
Working with respect. Okay.
And I me here, you want Ghana, honey, people don't appreciate respecting each other. Sabi, and yes, we have a Juma penny as one and Yansan would too. Okay. Also, many focus with this one, you want Yansan. No, correct. Yes. Drive back crown near Juma Cross one for so. It will be someone no more Ghana. I have an open door policy. And from one day away, you are important. You are part of the team, and I respect everybody.
And it's a better idea, Nasia. Yeah, you might.
Yes.
And your employer name one answer.
Exactly.
But you should also take the inputs of the employees into consideration.
Obia hu here. Sabi, ube uraha your tickets nano. a wo hwe se obewura mu kwa no ho hia me esan se me adwuma ye monte evaluation ti saa krato mo twe obi atwere ni din baby free ba de nti a wo babra ba eso wo mfa so pa se motomo bo analyze saa data na wo behu obi a wo ba ha de nti oba ye ti edu baby am say me structure mo programs no to address nipa na eba na wo behu how to shift into obi a ho hia so obi a ho hia so on say yes say ensentiment ka say menye ni nti me ho hia bibia nyame boy bibia na adwuma mu so obi de oprakra ho hia
ni ba bo a chese me tade na sade wo kapa na de anka wo leadership skills nanka democratic one nanka ye papa
yes so on say leadership a leader must have a follower so we di kan obi enu eja say we are no aboda
dabda na onye leader
ana onye leader eni pa edi wechi na ma ye leader so na ye leader nso a wo say wo hunu de wo kro na de wo achi ehunu de ono so kwan e more de bo mo adu ba bia odu na say we are confused how can others follow you so into your leader obi a obeba mu bia no me economics kakra bia you want say yes division of labor
yes
ya chiche dwuma no mu so until penifo kra bu be say bakofo ensan so nyame ani kata
no correct
o say titefo no na wo nyansa ni nimdie enti na no emani ni ma ye nyina wo hwe ya bebuo ni wanhwa no tumi wo say ebi nyina so ho
yes
o ka say baako entre damfo there's a wo wa ho odin me ma ho odin ono ho odin na kabomu a yetuma ye
yes
there's wisdom in that until we a leader it's not you alone you can never one person and for who said you will name the you can't do it alone.
We a leader, should you be able to sit down and say, Abia, this is my focus, this is my project, I'm a person. Oben must study workers in whom Ubia strengthening the weakness. Any asama or catching pana behind the engham.
And extremely a who here papa. So Medicaka say, Hamuti, offer ne 2 TV, more in Swadi.
Yes.
You have a vision. And I won't miss it. Kwambe for some better BBC.
Yes.
And at that time, my programs. Program we nyina mo nyane kwa. Because I was saying to me, do baby am open.
Yes.
And then nipa mo de ba mo nyina say wote ha, obi ti ha. Then on one meter and one tena. Ye wo adom bi anyame de che nipa. Oh, tole bo ha, mo school kura na mo sua de. Utumi say obi o ha wo tena ho anu afu.
Yes.
Obi o ha just wo bre.
Yes.
Obi o sua kura na afu na so pi. Eti adom anyame de dum ye no egu ahodo it was so who obi ahun de ba bi obi anim de won ba bi obi ani de won yes don't put a square peg in a round hole
yes
o ye dikanfo a wo so hu wo nipa nyina ba bi obi ya na ho keka wo na ni de wo so wo boa na otimi kontem so it's like optimizing the capability of the person utimi boa no ma wo yifi ne ho hu so e ma wonya ade ekwani mu ti e hu hia
ene de be di nkomo pa enti boa me leaders na obi wo horse ebia Kwabena Agyei Boakye wa ya di bi ne pa ne me kotu na dwuma mu a ade a me de ba ye no adwuma ne kra be fono no when you be a you do monitoring and evaluation nyame ya wadom you have a lot of inputs there futu na be ma san kofo
mpanyifo se dua be ne twi e na ade ba kwa me hunu ye ne se so oni nipa ye adwuma se de wo ti ase no o mo ti ase sa adwene firi wo a
okay
now you say explanation is taking somebody from the known to the unknown.
From the
known to the unknown.
Okay.
Yeah. What would the adjourn by na what the can? And I was watching Panama Tias. It me says, oh my name is Juma, especially the woman who say, be say bre any depending in act nasi, mobia baby a year cron. No be who quite obey fast will be be. Me assume say work school to us what Timasi. It's not easy.
Really?
Yes, it's not easy. For instance, you can say enhance the value of the 2 TV.
Yes.
Yeah, man, the 2 TV are conkind. So often, the pan 9. Now, we be as a Kwabena, be first one. I send a chira. We have a chira say different.
No correct.
Yes.
No correct.
We have a chira say different. And Untina, one who be say Kwabi do what? You know, as I come up with him and come here, your money. I say Kwabi were first go crack. Was and not right. I was here presentation. I was a Ghana Niaja because we
so many ways of
carrying so the penifo can say so one chini pana moment for kwine back one. You will quite be able to see us upon so but at this moment in a perceiver. Yeah, Jacob Bencro, driver himself, make a driver say. You must know what I do. It may frosty and qua, why you have to go fast or slow. Once I told boy a jet driver, you want your turn or to the bench. I say, yes. Sometimes they sit in the technical meeting. I bring him the meeting.
Really?
Yes. Me say be any man you bet say they for the but they hear so no. It will be said driver and go ministries now. I empower them. Because
really?
Yeah, because me team director, driver and me committee. Me be so say oh how much Jenny one. What team Jenny na here kona say or they need Jenny yo. And they do it with joy.
So they are part and parcel of you.
In fact, that is why we are a team. You are as strong as your team. Oh, what did you say? Pardon me.
Yeah,
you are strong as your team. Okay. Na question abroad oba no anje chiri mo be there so nti here pass ye ni obia
all right mo mo hwe me ene maka me say ne ba be di nkomo pa ye ne Kwabena Agyei Boakye ne ba be di nkomo. He's an expert monitoring evaluation wa ye adwuma oba bi bebiri what the CV ni go say ye kan say start 8 abe 8:45 na CV ni kura ye wie now Kwabena Boakye say kase monitoring and evaluation e dey ade
say man ka ba bi am ye adwuma na so
okay
on say me di kan ehia pa say dwuma bi aye bia no obehunu say dey ye no nye so obekan bu enwoma na keke so me ye lucky say me kai say ICCO Netherlands international no mo ye collaborative forest management on say corona etete ben ye forest no ye from forest French communities wo mo ni kwaye na tie kwa ben no betimi ni kwaye na tena wo mo say ni man say onya waduane free mu okunkusie free mu kwa be no no betena obenya sa ne but won deplete ade no the first project I'm so excited about it was Sunafo 100 communities
Asunafo
yes
Kenya side
course if you
yes
100 communities from forest free communities enti ye no mo ye adwuma ubeda komo nyina bom na wakọ benkro wa dwene mu na munyima tumi drop plan na wahwese mu nyina eno ya de ba ko abo am pa especially in my MNE gen
okay
it be free hono na because you adwuma Newmont on say Newmont for start first ye na start MNE no okay once Newmont omutu nipa omuti wom kokko mu mafuo mu and omu resettle
yes
there be am ka say sebe metimekura mintomeko mintontos
yes
minyakusie kakra they said ma betna what is called settlement
okay
was a to ade or market now under the corporate social responsibility and a junior Newmont say kwa ben e be fa so a say nipa no yema wasetena no ensay dem mo betima hwese ye no betena kra e be bo mam na siye so betima hunu agi se wudi wanam anti na de bia no mdi nkomo hunu de ekọ won water situation won kwada education eno na ye yo tie de ne say e be build systems a e be bo Newmont e bra no obetimi asua ehunu de ekọ so wo mo atukotena fo do makotena baabi ne ho na watimi ye niema beboa won say so mo anye ne yi a ka Kenya ase ne totro so that area aha etubo say bia wo ya luta ne demonstrate but watimi no mo tena yi na no mo ye adwuma kama de how no behu na behu bra no abo
so you can identify their needs and challenges then you give them solutions
in fact in a timely manner not just identify it in a timely manner
time frame you
yes and develop what we call fit for purpose solution not just solution fit for purpose because one here we catch you say obi echi na hene or si bedi timam na titim mo so you must scratch where it's itching don't be scratching anywhere so it must be fit for purpose so until me free Newmont no actually na mo Newmont nwan consultant do mba ho say mo me adwuma no na esa am experience na bi wa me no mdi nkom no mu say it consultant ba ko na so ko bo me din wo baby na ma me ko pie adwuma bi ne fe evidence based policy making program in fact wo mo frame na me ni adwuma baby e wo enti me ye first interview with KPMG so na selecting ipa no and a chim sakoye interview e wo castle enti after interview no and am who say ye e de aboa on my adwuma no and ye de say na e was a boa then chief advisor to the president no Dr. Mr. Chene say na oye hye ye bitima mo who said the my program neko na de ba ko etimi yes so boa yen pa say eniema na ban ye nyina that and PSIs kasaba ye no mo transfer okay a simple way of reporting no ye use we want say abandonment for we nibre to go for report kaka ko be that kind yes simplify into what we call color coding it here the colors no we analysis no man color say ade ne ye kokwa na say esai woni nko ho ye akokọ sa ade a amber na just say enu baby aye pe no so say too much green dia wetima to wadwe so enti yes ade in fact that day was very exciting na me na for me any legon abrante bi na trans design using simple Excel. So until no na me wie timi wo ho no e na UNDP for e me call Lesotho as international advisor.
Okay.
Na Lesotho for so ye MNE system na Tanzania bi na a design on the wa na twere na nyadi. Na wo de ye adwuma no asset.
Theory ni nyade. But practically no.
That's the problem. It was theory kakraka but we na afi wapem. Inti across the globe no, I was selected. I went to Lesotho. Me boa mo ye. Na the MNE ni say omo a me mentor omo no. Ene ba ko still na eye manage. Na ebi nko IOM ne hwan. Nti me feel Lesotho na me call Africa Capacity Building Foundation. The na me catch your first the whole Africa no. Your organization e boa. Nti uba Ghana ha. GIMPA. Omo program ye friend PSMTP. Public Sector Management Program. Ye ni design. Nti me na me taba any penny for no betena say mom do a mom 4 million for 4 years normally go for free the whole Anglophone West Africa.
Okay.
Eba be train one. But answer be mo sika no was here hu ade awoyo. Na ye ni nyina to kama. Enti GIMPA EPM Economic Policy Management or Legon Africa Women's Development Foundation Professor Akwete the Agyei quite a number of institutions I'm not here more Ghana and across all Anglophone Africa to me yeah no for be 7 years my break my who am say me ba fie na me ba World Bank project bi so nti emu no ho no na yem say abanfo for buy me ba President Mahama ebe wie no na abanfo buy na almost set up MNE ministry na almost set up na me yonko bi ono say mo World Bank agye na home obey senior technical advisor ti ofrem say me meboa isabe na meboa mo me framework ni nyina so what did I be government resource framework for high priorities sabre no what president any cabinet decided say ministry ni ye adwuma nyina nso ministry bia mpɛ niema nan a ɛde nsakra imputo kɛse ba na bra wo mo peke ye no na wo se eboa no de gu krata so systematically we define target no specifically nya se me be se bi we keke wo be so ye hwan na ya ma no se na ofra afi ba akomiye no incrementally in the cumulative manner ekosi it ye whole big document eboa mo bia timi ayase wo ko ba bi na nim road signs no ti sign bia 0.22 etimi free ho no na on say yen international development we say EU for far me call Fiji. Fiji is a very beautiful country. Almost about 300 islands, but they are 3 big, 3 or 4. So you have the Vanuatu, Viti Levu, and whatever. In the Fiji, no majumana say maybe our mine, especially omu ye agrarian, omu agriculture like a so me develop a system one. Bet me a planning. Now planning yana hokeke. Now bet me a monitor say would we need actually. There be who say koye. Now if we feedback on the air to be yenye no. We are de nyina no asade additional yenye na ba. Na se nsakra bi wo ho a waye se be ya betima ko anim. Enti ye ya na adwuma bi wo stre me se me braga na mebo antina enem tie enti mabati. But aside that no me akasa me evaluator. I've done a lot of evaluation for the World Bank program, EU program, IFAD no ahwan. Say ye fraw say bia adwuma ye yakosi abehwe say ye yi ana enye yi ti but me so me community work okay bia ansana mu refi Ghana MNE forum so what is that ya kan ye ko bia ye say o ma ye adwuma ma ban NGO or your mo including the media ye be say ye bo bia no sua MNE ni esia de ye ho nkomo ye started no I think somewhere 2008 me the first coordinator ye ya anyehwe ye ni ada agye say be bobo ni pan say a form man mu nyina enti me kai se mranti a omo farm na asene maba wa a farm na se bi akọ anim ekwachi
mame misa ba bia wa ye adwuma nyina wakọ ba bi bibiri adwuma be mpa na ye wi akasa adwuma we die nyame ni makoma ya ye ni yie adwuma de na yakasa we de na challenges ne so
yeah you see me ankasa me wo personal principle
okay.
And I make my cash nyame anu nyam say adwuma bia no wa ya fail. Okay. If you say, and Sunday be fresh, you pesi a tea as crojin said the Jumani, now you who a chef and womb, now said a mekano, Nipano me, you want to boom mount. Mean quite you may be a munya, imagine say, Minim Sati will be. And for some of them, dead human. Yes. I really say, I respect everybody, and it was valuable. They said, you have way, me, can say, Botswana, Botswana, a free organization beat pa. Now, beat pani, I buy big policy institute, I buy this room now. Na omo transition wo mo mpanyimfo no ba ko office na ba ko ba na stand up problem bi wadwuma na menim enti me meet Zimbabwe Harare ena wato nsa frame se be boy na enye what is called resource framework na log frame enti me call ye no me start se me church om de adwumafo nyina the whole country aba share hotel me church na professor bi so teach say one CEO no problem enti me me de senka hokho de me ni asem na kasa ni nyamu me wura dem hwa na professor no ne mranjim no obuza say wo na yese bra be kire eyi no na de we kwa ma ye bi wo ha ma ebi wa na mu say okoko amfiri ba bi ba asema me ka bu
mu na da no di hia wo
say what the trouble ne ba don't say trouble wa say nyame wo afa enkunima moda the first day no critique a lot of problems me kasa wani mu no kasa wachiri me kasa no kasa ti you me call hotel na mbu nkoto say brother you brought me too far
yes
yeah nya boso na aha ena obeguma no ase ena wo nka jem say me nka kire CEO say china no onyi secretary for no low level for nyina mfim na nka technical people
okay
near more boot to boot.
Okay. Technical term.
Oh yes. Enti ade chi odom ba na fe boot to boot afi professor na no jom. Ti wi na Abrante and papa frame o say my brother this is what he said you have saved me. I say na me ti ase say ko na won anim no. Na nya easy. Me am nya bi die but ade ba commission say ade bi aye bi esuan ye. So MNE ye kan ho asem. You need to be versatile. So all any theory you can be embarrassed.
Okay. All right. What else? I'm live on 2 TV. We call this one the show, the dialogue. So, my can't just say ne. I prefer call him Kwabena. Relax. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Say a technocrat and an expert in the studios of Net2. We are going for a short commercial break. Everybody is here. Exactly 8:32. We also hear me live on 2 TV. We call the show the Dialogue Show. We started from 7. It'll be 9:25 a.m. Today I'm honored. Mene Kwabena Agyei Boakye, Development Management Expert, former Chief Director, Ghana ME Ministry. And then Yebabe Kasa area for the role of monitoring and evaluation and enhancing public service delivery. Kwabena, say ye kasa monitoring and evaluation dia.
Me that's it. I mean, because I penny for say, do trust some. When you the chia.
Yes.
Aha, Nina so no. Monthly evaluation, a quite be a first so boama, the kind say a 5 guinea, na ye see, na ye be a pessia qua, and my guinea who ye, na ye to me pick the right choice. Don't at the design stage or the conceptualization stage. Monthly evaluation, no boama, who busa question, so on. That who idea here pa, now who idea here now, o pick based on your ability and resources, the obit mayo. Okay. Then fast work as beba. So on, me say, and you might bring here. Sabre mudia pa na me ya, then fast work as beba. So at the design stage or ex ante, you are able to make right choices. Now, so we decide we are on the trouble ha. We can't submit easy. A boy might say, "Sa me a makana baby and pesa me kwe." Dear near man na me yo. Kwabena was me faso and ne a china and a chinechi let me could draw. So there's a decided we are there. What we call the resource framework.
Okay. And
that's a M&E plan. A tools at the
Okay.
And what people be bringing, you're reducing it to a very simple logical framework. Logical, I say, it did so marco. So now we are now for jumano. There be any a coba behe. So let me tell you. Ya koba behe say ya ka say any nansa na ya drew maybe akramo any nansa ni anante do akramo nansa na do heni wo say nansa na do na say ya da so station ha asime buza say dey na see
okay
ade ntini ni baabi wo say yakọ efi say etoba na nya boapayo e bia ya adwene ho say be di nansa no ene we wa ya amfa anhyehyem edi efrase ese ya yo no ade no e si
challenges na eba
exactly e yo si akwanti what monitoring does is that udi akire sa na udi akire ekoyi a e ma boto ye na wokoso enkoyi a ubisa sa aden no afa kwanfo froso
okay
na wo kɔ no nyina odu mfimfin a na afi wotwa wani hwe wachi o say ade yo no enkyere se ubenya muaye a wo pɛ ni nyina
okay
right? Just doing the thing doesn't mean you necessarily achieve the results. There's a difference between results. I'm talking about the process, the how, the activities. I just say, me practical example. The biaobaha, the
dialogue show.
The dialogue.
Yes.
The first question is why the dialogue? Is the first question. In the dialogue here, you did buy a dear and you pay free. Oh, you per se, you didn't need dear many penny. I no more tea and you may who here. I say, okay. So, Sada, dear. Na enima ben hu yo so di kan hu niema nyesa niema bia enima ben hu hia na de ne di kan de toss me so wie no a ekwa ben so ne ye fa so ayo no de ye fa so ne say why the wonim dia obetima aboa ye ne ye se ni para to beti ase enti monitoring no it starts with having a good plan,
not just a plan.
No, because if you don't plan well, there's also it must be robust. So it was a plan no idea yes now it actually represents the right process. So to your plan new year, then you begin to implement. When implementing and toward you say me to be busy. Oh, then me buso be say I didn't in a quiet daho, then so nipa bet me cause me fam pum. Oh be that. Who say I must know who kwan was say na bibi me say me fra pum. Oh nipa subano e unpredictable. And is essence development any person near enti. Won't me assume say there be any public to yourself so to an answer some of the the same thing na you monitor to see if they are listening to us, if they are following us, if they are using the product. If all these things happen, then we'll get the results. Yeah, you be a friend if their relationship. I say if I come to work and there's light and the machines are working, then I can have my program.
Yes.
If the facilitator now discuss has not been what can't say me no they will understand. It will lead to attitudinal change or behavioral change. All the mention. It does the monitoring. Monitoring, no, everyone must see how you are doing, but it doesn't answer the why. Why? Say, my way what is happening? Why is this happening?
Yes.
Why is it not happening?
Yes.
Excess so Gina. Ubo break. Now he will just say, me ka say me ni kwesi be ko ha ye be say aden na bepem ne kwesi ni machi ana odi machi bepem kwesi mi enu no wasan e di enti no wasan ye na me fi say mama ni sika maboa no mo bi aden
no bi ya say me yema no
exactly so enti that is the evaluation part you can santa afo ni bomu a me mumani wo so sade a me ye happy naturally say me staff nya be djuma say on pombo be ye djuma pepepe no. So be a pepepe. I don't know what time sheet. Any be a they are all part of the monitoring systems. Then we go back to evaluate. So another we have either a medium-term plan or a strategy or whatever. We translate those strategies into programs and projects, right? We design projects and programs. I have one more achieve what was so was when he did actually. When he did actually because a trouble hard. Sika open my brain. Okay. I'm a brain says you say. What do? Then you re-prioritize.
Or the plan B.
Yeah, exactly. That's the word. And you for a bit to achieve the same thing. Who finds them waiting and can say, kwesi was oba no no wa mantimi nya hwe. No, you can still do something. So monetary evaluation no eboa ma bibia ye bia sunsun aso a ye pe no yenya.
Oh, okay.
So monetary evaluation no per se is not the end that we want. You can we can say M&E has no end in itself.
Okay.
It is a means to an end. It's just an enabler. Eboa ma otimi ye de wo ye na ye ni. San meet maka.
Enti obi a yemfa ne say M&E wo ka ho no. Nipa nusuru ne ban say because it's a difficult area. You are controlling people. Only a man for na ekọ na eba. How should san nipa no? Say na say nusuru ne ban party.
Okay, but I can say M&E is everybody's business. Uti we wo ye M&E ba hu.
Okay.
Enya den sa. Say me nya breche mu abon say de bia wo yo. Mami musa say e dey na wo fa atade e hye we de bae. No fa atade fofo. One, in your mind, what quality data can you say? You may be abedi nipa behwe. Say be ya nipa any nko atade so na wunya asema wutieti. Ye ma ye nyina ye no wa. It's part of the M&E.
Okay.
And for obi to do M&E no media debate can say you need to spend time to understand the intervention and be a program or subject area because M&E help you to do what you do better. So will be a word down. Now M&E also talks about objectivity.
Okay.
So M&E we try say and your perception. And yet the imagery. But what does the data say? Uba no you will be a friend evaluation criteria.
Okay.
So in say evaluate be smart by you na me person say hwese would me die kwa me ntimi fa my imagery. The dika no you will niam ben so aye hwe say first you say relevance. Yes, okay. Relevance. Ade a wo ye kura who here and say,
okay,
is that the right thing to do? Because you may have a reason for starting this program. And you know, say, then you know, is it exactly what you wanted? It's your best establishing relevant. Why in the who here no, Nasa no more pen no one. Now, for you, relevance, Nansen Bakuya basic coherence. Then idea who ye, a Buama ABA, the whole institution, a corporate body account, or Bajuma Koso. And the same would be your see a point. We have program when they see back at the conflict, but no, there should be coherence, fit. It must fit into your broader design. You know any about effectiveness.
Effectiveness.
Effectiveness. Say the audience see where this no. Say na wo kako are you achieving your objective?
Yes.
Wo kako ye. Na you effectiveness about efficiency. One say yenya ne keke. Wo say bread too much. Wo ya ne bra no. Sika say na ade ye sika no. Enka betime foforo ye cheaper. And all of them was the cost implications are very important. You say, what is the impact? What is the impact? Why not? Abuano, nipa or here Buano. So Nimdia person wonya. And Sakraba said Banabrabum eba. And I say, tell me afraid be unintended impact.
Okay.
Me no be dim komo, but one can yet media before. So yes, and yes, so that is unintended and unanticipated.
One timasi
exactly. So you didn't anticipate that was going to be the end. You're reading in the chapter of sustainability. Idea ye. So because of the BR. Say a person fast what it's say you made me free as I say go. Say you me for the good year as you are ye.
To make it should not be built or centered around one person.
Exactly. So we talk about institutionalization.
Okay.
Say, you say, at the end, you from now at the end, if you say, you find the culture of results. Obia, and Jim say, you can't drink. Is also a make pen and sign a drink, mayor.
Yes.
The old you know, and said that and the same baby kind.
Oh, okay. And what I saw him live on to record a show, the dialogue show. Madika catch us and many Kwabena Agyei Boakye and educating just he's educating us, he's enlightening us. And you be a woman, and I know say you are happy, but you are doing some fun. What be a humanist no man today is your day. T. Now say no man I see Kwabena Martin man in Nase, I'ma be a etini a conkai at amount. And Madika catch us starts exactly 7, then we close at 9:25 a.m. 7 a.m. It was 9:25 a.m. Misa, significance, importance of monitoring and evaluation and the
the kind say a bow dear ope. So the kind
yes.
First value say it helps you to understand the results, the expected results, or your intended results.
Okay.
Idea and you swear you are not a day and in a bow. na afi ya boa wo hu kwan a obefa so a obehihye wo niam ase be ya bedu butai na ho
yes
na afi ya boa wo ama along the way won twɛn ma amane mansa on say I say utifie na BBC na wa nhunu no be free abonten na beka che we enim guase what it does say e boa ma brebia you are ahead of the knowledge curve on essence why you plan into and afi e boa eyi misunderstanding confusion free so on say ye benu ni ye tu anamo a na say nya adwene on say ye be kɔ 1 kilometer ye be frase no num ya kɔ wie no nsia ye de sika say na be ya misunderstanding be am go be anim so it also enhances transparency right it also promotes accountability for results I always put it at results
accountability
for results
as it say
accountability say bibia be sure say bia no we so be ni no wabu nkunta so now him say minim de wosa wo yo ene de wosa wo de yo ene bra wosa wo yo no ene nipa wosa wo ye ma no a me no obedi nkomo anya de but ko say minim awiye no ba minim kwa pese wo yo a to bu amadwe be ye me say wo se nka ye ni sei wo ba me so nyesa na me say de emani ye ni say ye nyina ntia se pe ye firi agro na se no obi ati ase se agro no ne hihye ni
yes
kwa we ni e fa so we ni e ya ma no se ni e ya ma no se ni obenya se ni e be spendi e kwa se ni be fa so bebu wan konta akontabu ohia so but akontabu no se hwe ensusan so the impact
yes
but yes sika akontabu ohia but ultimately obetima bu konta bia fasika ho ama ye okay but change na we say ba na mai
okay
because at the end of the day you are spending the money
yes
to engender change you are not just spending the money per se and what we do is that it will have the criteria we can say there's efficiency there's effectiveness there's impact
okay
efficiency is about resource utilization right optimizing the resources that you have then effectiveness is how well are you doing it to achieve your objective you really nyina say yes why you adwuma ni ye why you sika so ye ya ka say wo wi a Kwabena ebetimi asset up no na adwuma na Kwabena betimi ahwe no ana ho so otimi hwe no ye nya question was my adwuma na wi
yes
because we be so that's my FM there no
so you go a step further
that is why we spend the money that's why we do the work you see a woman say the process is as important as the product e kwan ya fa so ye no ehu hia say wie na ye pe no then so the ye pe ankasa na wie no enye kwan no
okay
and I always tell confirm no me say nobody people pay you not just because they love you they pay you because you are bringing change or you are bringing a product or service till the focus should be on the value that you bring so many so far so say e boye ma ye sika sem ye hwe ni ma nyina ye e boye ma ye timi optimize and enhance the impact of our intervention we are saying no say we call it a paradox. One say resources about buying honey individuals when and also then so demands for services no increase every day.
Yes.
Many boama who where to put your money. Now so who so actually say we are many year or my matuasi. I never come be passionate about this. Okay, I never come here passionate about this. So I call a decentralized level to say metropolitan municipality. The question was answer so you know one crony so no one him there assembly shamo. One participate
yes
when him as a sign per so that at the end of the year when the assembly be she was oh you can say pay 1 kilometer that is the beginning
then if there is a clear communication
yes
and understanding between Kofora aya MNE na said anya den sa
anya den oh say MNE is an inclusive and participatory process there should be understanding between the stakeholders will be our so obenya mfaso ana wodi bibi same ana obekuna mane on say ade awo ye bia no obi nya mfaso obi wo ho a direct wo nya mfaso but ni di nti obi wa ni di keke onya hwe obe ya de okromo and onyima bebe ni nti oye interested papa oh nti emeni what it does say obi a metnase because obi a na say fro obi a ye kwanya obi na ezale be nyina adwene ye adwene wi a eboan ma ye di akire maako bi di kaka say on say o ka say obi ye bibia. But of course, behind that are assumptions.
Okay.
You make a lot of assumptions even about your life.
Yes. Okay.
Now, ususuno was okay. Finance say, oh, me coffee me call me could did makoda. What assumption is that okwa obekona yire ewa botre to kwa bi just imagine okona ebia BBC ma yire buofu and you are going to
uni.
Yes. So you've made an assumption that all things being equal, all the which say we anyway bar. Now the air one say entire dress assumptions in paper so. It was a program in Brian, you know. Assumptions and risks, yeah, entire explicitly and define and monitor.
What are the reasons in Germany?
No, say one say enyame. You see, people do anye. Yes, people do anye because adwene nyina akoye de me be ye no. Or say me be see school dan me say. But the question is that assumption say me see school dan and kwala na ready so mbeko.
Okay.
What about if you ready? What about if parents don't want to go?
Okay.
My dream say me kwa nipa nyina be boa me aye. What about if almost so money? Enti yeah, not normally say lock frame no. Your column be a friend of risk and assumptions. If for so my work say idea me is be free. A firm here koha. And near my dream who is seeing.
Yes.
It's many was so. Say kobase. I was about 8, no about 8. My assumption is that you come on time.
Yes.
You come one more on time.
I should have a plan B. I'll be proactive.
Exactly. So you have an alternative plan.
And you could simply focus on Mokasa or green papa no being born in.
Yeah. So it's a warm out holistically. Being kind of
yes.
Oh, Guinea. Ehwe bonkum ni fa ni nyina enti bra wo ye adwuma no won kato ani so because also wo ya de a odimika sa da bia me example so wo mo baton changes no
yes
because dia ba etu
yes really for
enyam ni kato nko ani hia kwan afa so dia ba ni hia
yes
le na abefa mu hia enti wo tumrika no anhwe abaton ni ye do de ma wo time wo de ma wo ni kwan wo de ma ye na de wo si tuwa na me tuwa wanya problem
okay
wo betime tuwa me address qualify. So the MNE so far so say e boye ma yedi da ho na de ye bia no ye koye nim ne abusa ye ho say are we doing the right thing?
Okay.
Are we doing it right? Are we on the right track? Who has been left behind? Oh, the chair.
All right. Oh, that's why I'm live on 2 TV. We call the show the Dialogue Show from 7 equals 9:25. Madika Kacho said ne mene Kwabena sem ketwa kra. He's educating us in order kwa kakra. Kwabena boame. When you form up an ME teamer, MNE teamer, should there be a specific number? Say ABR 10 to 20, 30 to 40, and it because there be depending on the kind of project. 100 people you will be a
you see, many can say MNE is everybody's business.
Okay.
It is normally for organization we also be at TSA. No be in a Juma say was you know. However, it depends on the size. No, who are between nipa baako. The role here he just coordinating. Also, me two ways here. Me drink say MNE nyansa boakwa. Nyansa nyina wo ntumi ho na me ye.
Yes.
Obi a wo ye na dwuma bia so ti MNE na se. Ti so ye plan na no mu nyina atena se. Na obiya de na dwene ba also already say we decide the advocacy na person mo ye na obiya yi ne fa film ti mo nyina tato wo fani say na che no abo na de nyina agu pono so
okay
ye de gusu abre no bre ko no obiya ye report o me fa we because say enu ha no ma ye nsuo nkoto anan se se make say ma ye nkoto anum ti ye nyane nyina na fail o omo otimi ye bro wo ye bro a suo huru ben na nya ya
wo ye bro ye
so that it will help other people to leapfrog. Oh, it's not always looking for the gaps and challenges. Sometimes we also what we call the success factors. I did a boy might me bros so that the chinebini you bet me discuss a cremia ye be. So until MNE no you be a juma. Then soon you cook a crem to ministry be your policy planning, monitoring, evaluation.
Yes.
Yeah, juma. Oh, how would you say? Or would you near you? Okay. So and I'll call this assembly is almost coordinating units to one. But even in our private sector, almost the obvious monitoring and control. Obia will be natural dino a different. But I didn't in say in the percosa about one and also Mobua, only a coordinating. Mimi role is just an enabler. I only facilitate because you are subject matter expert. Mean to me, general said, oh,
yes.
Then so make my bow as shopping the oil. So that woman trusting Kasakeke. What trust say we are already say because say Edimwa paper banner. So I help you to do a framework to track whether you are achieving your results.
All right. Now you have a mom wants to say in church. Kwabena so na monitor and evaluation bit in your boy.
We are seeing and Obiatia say in fact Ghana according to the started somewhere early 90s. Even in the constitution, there's a provision more.
Okay.
And now what is setting up NDPC. So but I say so mine should be other in the higher level policy or whatever. It was said, ye dear echo. It do for NDPC or Mojuma back on. So obey ministry department agency, any decentralized metropolitan municipal now more plans, medium term plans, or we are immediately now ye feedback learning So, but one thing, personally, my personal experience is that, you see, the framework is here, but what is missing is the reviews. Reviews. Oh, I did about come guys, many ministry. Your bomb body say, plan or why you know? It's a plan. Plan is a plan. When you begin to implement the plan, you start generating data. Boy, me was a awkward man now. It's a never quite and say rigorous. When I say rigorous, I say, yeah, I know what transit one by one. Yes, you will be present. That's all the report to Boakye. Okay, the Baba to Anako, Debbie. Report as I would defend the report. Because you know, you see technical people. To the report to Mamia, they compare with the planner, meaning the actually. If you heard your why you are deviating. And I say, who slow down? Okay. And I say you are going too fast. I told you fast nyana you. When you talk about in term be brand I say one kwan now man yes. So it was supposed to be balanced here the nyina anti before say ba ko maybe e be boa yen as a country say. Yes, the institutional arrangements or mere frameworks near, but we should enhance the performance review. Okay. Say ministry, say whatever. You be more than say semi-annual, half year. Means the ministry sankasa obey quarterly reviews, monthly meetings. Yes. But it should focus on results. Not just the meeting. Yeah. You see, when you have meetings, let's say focus on the results you want to achieve. Yes. Meetings are more constructive. Rather than who are trying to name who here near. You know, some administrative processes, yes, you need to know, but meetings, if they are guided by the change that we want, yes, and my who will be a day ba ebeboa, and you will be a stinto, and you who was a son. So, it if you say as a country, yeah, we've come very far, very, very far. So, I maybe baby our team of no to complement what NDC does. Sorry, NDPC does, and complement what the ministries does, right? But what we need is we should have a more strengthened review. A more strengthened review. Yeah. For me, what I saw when we introduced, so who say, they introduced government flagship program. We introduced a color coding report where ministries chief director and go for then they tell us how they are going with the flagship programs, and we would have done ours. Maybe I heard I rate you red. Because from the plan I know you are maybe deviating from it. Exactly. So they come back and explain why. Then together we agree how do we make changes. Okay. Oh, because one try I feeling go see and say me huyanka. Okay. It will be too late. So we may not be real time because don't say in development and computerized 100%. Yes. But near time. So that data the bank about we have the right people who understand, process it, then re-engage, then make recommendations. Okay, Yamfasa Kwabena, the project Biba, yes, Franco Kahun, yes, Amodate Kahun, yes, Akwesi Kahun, Yenina Kahun, yes. Then this is the framework, this is the roadmap. Yes. Senior person is equal. Now, my Bia Diaba, Medeba, technical people here, yes. You are doing the review. We say there be corner quest ID with Safabra. Now, my cop, they are quite the same thing. My yes, and the brass academy, so men sign quest Amra. Are there punishment for people who roadmap no mum faso? And I saw the one faso the jail the person. My main can say, the interest is not necessarily in the punishment. Okay. Everybody wants carrot sticks and sermons. But the interest is empowering the people to do the right thing. Okay. So what we do is that, let me Dikaka say, when there's a new program, now we'll throw Biaso Mraswa. We need to spend time for people to understand what the program is. You see, just reading the document and not reading the strategy doesn't mean people understand. You need to let people know the logic, the theory of change behind. Yes. What's the resource chain, the logic model. Say, hey, you free coin, DNT way, or TSA, and some of it no. In the first place, MNE leadership of the program should make sure we spend time to really let people understand. Don't just throw them into the middle of the river. So, if you understand there, then we all follow. So, say obi and follow there. So, okay, certainly. So, you are one candy pada ni one ya. So, now, some people say suban be suban. Yes. So, inti the all year so. Adiba kwan yan hwe say. To the bobi so yare pa yenka. Even the West. Even the West. It saddens me. Say people always look for the bad thing. Good stories as say. No, but in MNE, so you have carrot, sticks and sermon. So carrot, no. So we are there, encourage the person. Okay. Personally, yes. I spend time to appreciate people. It doesn't matter how small.
Okay.
Yes, because little by little they get. Once they need power, they must feel good.
Yes.
Feel they belong. They must feel appreciated. Now they be what they report to bananas and sense.
Oh, can I
when they do it right, you don't even say, "Oh, this is fantastic. This is excellent." Oh, we must combine the two. And yet they be an enye. Yet they be an enye.
As a technocrat, what they are there, my year, Franco. We remember 101 over 100. What ball more than do? I don't know. Nipa na we say dem man we encouraging. E dey na yema no.
Oh, nipa bia nyame ball no bia. Owo what we call ego. Ana de man ye nipa.
Okay.
Hwe se me ba hai. E no bi mu na kire me a. It gives me a signal. Say you are not welcome.
Okay.
The ban will be straight. So I say, if say, "Oh, switch try the ma, umuna so ma the ma." The all can say, "As to be away here so ma bufu." When you pan a can boko mo who is on so ye nipa.
Okay.
Say nipa na yam from so. Now we are ready so be church. There me ya to boy me say, "Obe hunu asan say on chiro kwan foforo afa change."
What mistake in the amount?
Just right. It's wrong. What is wrong? If the person knows, they would have done it. Okay, spend time to explain. I always tell people, that is why you're a leader, or you are technically up there. And no one said me what I do is and remember, when we were in the ministry, we had something called brown bag sessions. Me who say, suppose it's not saying any new subject matter. We bring TSA. What we did, myself and my colleague Andrew Asibi, what we did is that every Friday, near trauma day,
it's a lecture.
2 hours. Every Friday. Yes, because I want them to be the level where we can do the work ourselves. Yes, because I wanted them to be able to do evaluations themselves. And they eventually did. Can you imagine, say, because of the training at the some of the guys are now very good in data analytics.
Okay.
Oh, and products be about what to you can make it better. You can make it better, but sometimes you have to sacrifice.
Okay.
Is a willingness to sacrifice that is not there. Or people feel say, we are always give instructions. But I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I believe that let us share.
Yes.
Find where the opportunities are.
Exactly.
We are weaker. How can we conceptualize something to help you? Baby, are you good? How can we lift you up? Baby, all them channel. And Timothy said that is it. Don't only underline the wrong ones. When you see that they are struggling, be willing to help you. If you have any skill, I look for the skill.
Oh, really?
Yes.
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 Now, if too technical, I know field.
Yes.
You seek for an extra hand to come into the picture.
Obviously, because in the MNE, you cannot be jack of all trade.
Okay.
Naturally, I'm inclined towards certain part of MNE, which I love. The other areas I know, but I'm not as quick as other people. For instance, we wanted to help our people to how they can develop software for data collection or whatever. I say, because we didn't want to hire consultants to come and do. Fortunately, I knew a colleague who was it's a Ghanaian, but was an advisor to the World Bank and Agyei. So I just talked to him and said, "Can you give me 2 hours, maybe for 3 weeks, to come and help my people?" He gladly did without charging a penny. And I make us say, "We're training more, and no data be able to analyze it." Open question, I'm waiting my yato phones. Oh, it's also innovation.
Okay.
You will not have everything you need in organization, but what do you do with the little that you have? What do you do with it? What do you do? Harnessing people's potential, identifying them and positioning them where they will be impactful. So, if you say M&E so fast, so palm and say, on say, if you have to be anyone, I hope was not found.
Yes.
And to say, your mind in the doors one, you know where be a discussion. But my and so I can see rather than just us thinking aloud. Yeah.
And ABR, we are going to do a certain kind of project.
Yes.
You are timelines.
Yes.
Say ABR, you 3 years in the BBA.
Yes.
Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3.
Yes.
The other say 3 years in Nason. Now stage 3, now the conclusion aspect in team as a team, is it problematic?
Yes. The first question is you don't wait to get to the 3rd year. Okay. To know that we know. Medika can say in your design, you make a lot of assumptions. One can say what Junimuno. Okay, can't even see anyone now can't say be free her near Kwakwa. A two was sad, you know, if you had assumptions may fail. And now there's another component which is a risk. Risks are exogenous, though external things are it can come affect your plan. And to be also when you also. Sekobasa will call back me who say, I mean, rest be a well bound for this January. But you drew March and May. you can't do much unless you get alternate financing. You can't do much. What do you do? If you are very planning, I can say, okay, Mr. can I make double my effort if it is possible. There are certain things that you cannot change. It is certainly time,
yes.
Until reality say you must be on top of your game. So you must be on top of it and know ahead of time. Say who could do 3 years and someone say we know that then something is really wrong. So something is really wrong. I had to say, yes, say, okay, Bible, I say a snake charmer. Say snake one charmer, no cow be you are useless. It's what I'm saying, say M&E helps you to be ahead of the knowledge curve. So you are able to take, that's why we spend so much time at the planning stage. To do all these plans, to rigorously understand the what, the how, and the who, and the when. So, and with what? If we can spend time, that they answer to anybody so they gross over these very important frameworks that will enable you to see the end from the beginning. I always tell people, you're able to see the end from the beginning. Therefore, who's the end number? You can easily see it.
Is it capital intensive?
Oh, M&E is not, because M&E is a management tool. And it's part of the management process. The role of an M&E person is to help the manager to make informed decisions. M&E person, when you're a policeman, and what a baby no be catch him say, a branch, you know, M&E. Now, World Bank for project one. Now, say, I didn't go here, one count. No, they see. I don't want to buy a year free table. I say, no, what do you say? Boy, they won't take a decision, you know. Number information say brebiano obey take what we call informed decision, and I say evidence based.
Okay.
Give the person the evidence.
Okay.
So that this will be taken, and that's not based on perception, it's based on the fact. So we my one so other than that, I mean you soon so. Who talk about time they say I feel I can say soon. Yours is to make sure you help the leader to be on top of their game. You are there to arm and equip them, to empower them over time so that they can make decisions at the right time. So I said fit for purpose.
Yes.
Don't wait. They make the right decision to make the right adjustment.
All right, what I saw live on 2 TV, we call the show the dialogue show. And then my culture was saying, purely technical. And come on, I know, a boy, I'm a mind to train or mind in your conkai. Kwabena Agyei Boakye and Odyei. Now, Kwabena, if you want to be an M&E person, me from where I sit, maybe I might be naive or ignorant.
Okay.
But let me ask. It's a technical area. Do you need a certain kind of qualification to be part of this team?
Okay. I'll say yes and no.
Okay.
The yes is that I believe that any graduate what's that level of understanding can be oriented into M&E.
Okay.
Yeah, and I tell you for a fact, if you look at that Ghana M&E Forum, it brings different people, doctors are there, pharmacists are there. M&E is everybody's business.
On the purely a year, calculation, yes, I know.
Calculation, but and yet two mathematical say quadratic equation. What happens is that M&E borrows both from statistics and research, different disciplines, psychology, whatever.
Okay.
And then based on that, we try to investigate. For instance, M&E person, maybe back now person who said, you will be a friend and say triangulation.
Triangulation.
Yes, actually, maybe say what we are then go interest.
Yes.
Maybe say the whole team. Maybe say Jumewura. Maybe say obi or who nim dia or no Jumana cost directly benefiting. So Yamini Nama Junior using what we call a mixed method, not only quantitative and qualitative. Yamini Nama Junior, it me come near say we near 7. On the trouble, Uti akufo-addo, you be biased.
Yes.
So yeah, approach, you take free. So Obi so M&E na say uko Gimpom your courses maybe uko Christian Service University. I know UST had one long ago. But what we are also doing, and they say we want to really pick some young M&E people and groom them. When I was a chief director, I started helping we call them the Agyeis, young evaluators under the GMF. And now that I'm back in Ghana, personally, I'm committed to do that. And what we want to do is to really expose them to the practical side. Some of them have finished the master's programs. But I want to say there's a distance between the theory and practice, a huge distance.
Okay.
So we want to be able to let them work with us. Like when we are doing real evaluation, right down from conceptualization to the end. So that is one we do. So you can go for the course, but you need somebody to also mentor you so that you can
Okay, so
you can also do it because I remember we had, and also it's something maybe later we can talk to the two. I realized that media people play a key role in the M&E value chain. You see, and you use languages, there no impact be any resource be any. These are many terms that you use. So we had a program where we invited the media, saying, understand the M&E language, understand the concept. You realize that you can use it. In fact, I was training some media people under our capacity building program, and you realize that the media already has a basis and they can have their own M&E direction. And if the media gets it right, some of the things going out there where people are misinterpreting and concluding wrongly will go. We need to target the media practitioners, and give them the concept. They need to understand what is an output or what is an outcome, what is an impact. Because between an outcome and impact, they are intermediate. There's so many things. Would you say, are there an impact? What exactly do you mean? Are you saying, using it generically, do you mean immediate, intermediate, or what? So I think we need to also target the media.
Mr. Adenasi, as a media, for sometimes even use the words wrongly.
Yes. In fact, most of the cases. I remember when we were doing the resource fair, and let me say, one of the things that we did when I was at the ministry, together with my colleague Andrew, is to write a concept about resource fair. You see, the resource fair idea was to bridge the gap between state and non-state actors.
Okay.
We realized that, don't say, ministries need juma kesiye pa, but my money need the ministries need. It is a Kwabena befa so obedin sa so because ministries need juma boa mind.
Yes.
Or mine so ent me for feedback but every ministry was that me ko yi and ko yi. And when you hear resource fair 2020, the idea was that let's create a platform that will bring all of them together. Ministry will showcase what they are doing, show it by infographics, by picture, by video. Citizens can go there and ask them questions. We really need to build trust between the state and non-state actors so that freely we can engage. And that is the way to go, especially at the decentralized level. We still have a huge gap. Because our money from baby. And now, the other human from baby.
Yes.
Sometimes I feel sad.
It tells a gap in so people don't really understand a human.
Sometimes I feel challenged. Say, look, something can be done. Let's bridge the gap. Participation, how can they participate if they don't know? How can they be included if they are not empowered?
Okay.
So there are quite a number of things that we need to do.
And phone calls, but from where you sit,
yes,
the next 10 years, the next 15 years, how do you want to see monitor and evaluation helping Ghana? Okay.
Me feel that the first thing is that let me start from the public sector.
Yes.
I think if the current head of civil service, in fact the previous one was passionate about it, the current, which is Dr. Agyei, my friend, is to make sure that we have an M&E class. In the service, they have PPMED, but many people are moved here and there every day. We lose the capacity. So we need people, and M&E must be made visible. It's made visible. In some places, hidden somewhere, they project only the planning side. So if on the sector, remember M&E are visible, here you can see the demand for and use of M&E findings, it will help. That is for the public sector. But as in general, what I want to see is that there will be more platform for engagement.
Okay.
Where citizens are knowledgeable and can engage with duty bearers. It will call for a lot of awareness creation, a lot of sensitization, a lot of education and training of this assembly people and whatever for them to understand. Because sometimes it's challenging that assembly assembly member be so need the answer as a drinks bra or representative. And if what is he going to say? How can he challenge what is happening?
Yes.
So they draw the plan, and there were instances the plan that have no target. But it has budget. Who can ask the question if you don't have the technical know-how? So on TV feels that 10 years going, and I like the way the debate is going. Everybody is talking about our we need to translate all that into measurable frameworks and then work backwards to ensure that the citizens know so that they can engage. So its engagement is very, very important.
There should not be that clear gap between.
Not at all. You can't develop with that. Because they are empowered. They get involved.
Yes.
Oh, I just want Kebi. Now they are not. I didn't move here, can't you?
Don't say too technical.
Oh, one person will embarrass will be absolutely very massive. You between the above everyday language.
For the ordinary point.
Yes. Obia tiase. Or tiase na need din koba. Obetumi hwe adwene wo nipa bi atim. Sebi. Ye you adwuma uko sebi nkurase obi e friend nkurase kura obi a nkurase to be surprised. The brilliant ideas that they have. What we have to do is to be able to help them to engage. In the next 10 years, I want to see MNE taking the center stage. I want to see NDPC empowered, both numbers and capability. They need to be able to do some of the things themselves. Yes, you use consultant, but you yourself need to have an in-house capability, very proactive and dynamic.
Okay.
So that as a country, we'll be able to hold ourselves, I use the word ourselves accountable. There should be horizontal and vertical accountability. So, because to the board accountability may be donors on the hold you accountable on project, no, on the overflow meetings, no, but yeah, be then the parent Namusana, we work on the project, no, what to know the open.
My main focus, I can mess up, but maybe my final question, then I end the show. 0240-550-899. Stick to the topic. Me pa chobi be wuti mi no. Me sisa segment we be na de yakan is not politically biased. Stick to the topic. Question person will be no question. And fan ko for be fufu bia. 0240-550-899. 0240-550-899. Osubet my friend na odi about life. Or instead of see kai then it just say MME no. Emma leakages amount for fast food neska from a human planners are blocking.
Obviously, if you do proper M&E, you see, there's nothing like you cannot eliminate certain things, but you can reduce them drastically.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is M&E buama yinye hunu yes ye yo. He ne ye no, sen ye de ye. Wan ne ye will be a ejuma ye clear. Enti ye be shia. Way. So them chan. The say bring a common understanding.
Yes.
And we can all follow. Say dear chino krimu. Na ya mama ni ya juma. Ebua mo bi enya trust. Ebua mo bi etimi kana dwene. Ebua mo bi etimi feedback. Ansana enema ebe call baby ense ko.
So the MNE need the accountability should be supreme.
Yes, you see accountability, not only accountability, also learning. When him say and never braye ya ABA it's not because we be in risk any you. It's just because the loop no it's not properly connected. It is from so be bar yen tenant any your own society. So over here now so it was kind of so. What MNE does, yes, promotes transparency, promotes accountability, and also facilitate learning. It's learning. Life is about learning, improvement, improvement.
Yes.
It's extremely important. So that we continuously create a space for feedback, learning from it. Because we transnational design idea, was taking our day, you know, ABA, difference be we better adjusting. Because the one you know, we could do my very big mistake. A baby now, you were engineer cassette. NGO be so Krubinsu. And almost see pipe not try, baby, Gano. It do be man and consensus. They still no more stream say ebema behezia no and no people some side no say ye consensus ya din komo to bu asema see e fie din komo na me ko twam we obi tin no kan na me yende. And what you need to know, who designer need to know say nso ngwa no kosa. You know say any more break count you design here.
Kamera so be about man so ma minti 0240-550-899. Yes, hello. Hello. Yeah, good morning, sir. Me show our TV set and line and drop it. All right, 0240-550-899. Now,
just make can. Enti wo mo ankosensuo no. Nyese nsupa na omo mpe. Omo ankosensuo no fi say wo konsuo no na one ne yonko bi di nkomo. E bi e fa na waresem ho.
Yes.
Onim di ometi.
Obi abaso. Okay, kwama yemfa kola. Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Mpacho di ni say na kasa free.
Me kasa free tishi.
Yenko. Mpacho di position ni me to kasa ni.
Yo. Masamini say my duma
lower TV set na ma asma we can remember say very important. And lower TV set then let's engage, let's discuss. Lower TV set na me.
Okay. Eti the American say na duma were a number of institutions as MNE.
Okay.
But the thing I find most of the time a problem is, and he rightly mentioned, the understanding of the general group
of what MNE is. And it is even more critical when the overall coordinator has a difficulty with MNE.
Okay.
In that case, whatever you propose depends on what he says. And so imagine starting up with a request to develop a framework that will enable us to understand the basic questions you have to ask at the end of the project, the processes you need to go through. Now it is thrown overboard. Then you find out that you are reduced to writing progress reports. And so for me, I think that if there can be any help at all, having worked in the MNE ministry, which is currently not there, there has to be a certain kind of regulation to the ministry now, implementing projects now. You see, we have always left it to the banks to dictate to us, have meetings. And I'm sorry to say, sometimes they also are not really in very good grasp with what is going on. It is the ministry now, Wakwakoji loan now, or implementing, to really follow through what my brother is saying. In fact, I'm very impressed. I think he has said almost everything that has to be said. But the missing thing here is that projects are not getting where they have to get to because we wait for the bank to come and tell us, do it this way, do it this way. Whereas we have people in the ministries, if not at all, somebody at NDPC who should have a finger pressing a button for the ministries to strengthen what the MNE person on the project is saying. Because when there is no that kind of backing, you start something and it doesn't get anywhere.
All right, that's a point well noted. Wama Kwabena Wusuniti sa do I come use
Yes, we usually say MNE is a political process more than a technical process.
Okay.
And the sad bit about it, MNE people become like a waste sink. Instead of MNE becoming an enabler, to what we need to do as a country, and I think in the ministry we started, NDPC is picking it up, is to have a national MNE policy, which really outline the framework for MNE in the country. And then there will be responsibilities for institutions. That's to ensure the right things. That you see, it's quite challenging.
Producer Signal will be about. Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Me Pachodini is an Akasafri.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I'm Livingston.
Okay.
Yeah.
So identify yourself, mention your name, your location, then let's go to the subject.
Yes, I just want to commend Kwabena for the discussion. Yeah. He's making the discussion very practical. But I have a simple question for him.
Okay.
So in terms of institutionalizing MNE in Ghana, what would be his recommendation? Because I believe MNE has a big role to play when it comes to corruption in terms of project management and then program evaluation. So what would be his recommendation when it comes to institutionalizing MNE in Ghana? Thank you so much.
All right. When the question is, Mom, now you have 3 minutes.
Okay, me feel say institutionalizing MNE is extremely important. Now, in our constitution, in the Center of Civil Service, local government, the arrangements are there. But the biggest challenge we have, there's a gap with the policy.
Okay.
Country be developing policies. Ghana, that side we are far behind. It's quite sad. We are far behind. And in the policy, it defines roles and responsibilities. But even if you look at from Public Accounts Committee, you look at all those committees, they all have MNE function.
Okay.
My personal hope is that going forward, these entities will be interested in the projects they sign. I say, how can you sign a project and sleep? At least there should be a time once in a while, go and find out if what you sign, people are doing it exactly what they're supposed to do. It's very simple. And then NDPC will tell what is happening. Minister of Finance sign on behalf of government. What mechanisms are there to ensure that they don't just sign and a program team go and sit there and do what they like? You see, we should have mechanism in place. And I agree with my brother that for the institutionalization, let's get the policy approved to give us a broad framework. But policy itself will not solve the problem. Let's ensure the institutions that go periodically to enforce. That will also back the first person who made a comment to ensure that MNE is valued, not like a waste sink. They always ask MNE to write report. It's not about report. It happens both at upstream, midstream, and downstream. Upstream, yes, here design intervention. How many must sit in? You know, sometimes how many people are left in the office, they go and do whatever they do, they go and do the report. How can they do the report when they don't know the story? Oh, it me feel say it's extremely important as a country that we hold the bull by the horn. Ghana has come very far, but there are fundamental challenges, teaching challenges that we need to do.
Okay.
To ensure that the systems work.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Kwabena, you better was off
you.
your busy schedules. We need to buy pressure was so power. What Agyapong na or about being como. What church ye no one who quite be forced to beat me about more. Mine may be a pesky page do no. A bit me aboa. Many much for me tea for the air can say Yankupon show. Or more who by a fee manama who master. Now the worship be an Yankupon on fire and no more. So once again, we are grateful and we say thank you. All right, maybe the Frank Owusuado, obey my friend Frank with a hater. Now, me Adam China, your best year, now afi, ye the dialogue show, dear bro. You started from 7, 9:25 per ye the banner year. That be a same catcher on, ye nipa, and from Zola home, ye can be, ye trade be man hawa, fache. Now, me Adam Nasa don't do me, or China, your best year. Until then, peace, shalom, Yakobidia.